bro.
Oh, that's good weed.
Yeah.
Cheeto Man is so goddamn big. He got his tails and even gets in more.
Get the jaws, go smoke some more.
He got that good shit from Canada.
All your friends died, so you pass the kush.
And the weed just makes you chill out.
This is the good shit from the greatest bush. Cheeto Man's got all the stuff you need. Now the comic's just about smoking weed. It's about weed.
With every penny that you pay for it,
You're just weed.
so basic turns your brain to shit. Welcome to Tales Gets Podcast, the first and still only Tales Gets Trolled podcast on the internet. I'm your Tales Gets Trolled veteran, Chris from world famous channel Expect Nothing, Get Less.
And I'm your Tales Gets Trolled fucking noob. No kills in this lobby. Loser Andre from Expect Nothing, Get Less, as well as the more base channel Obesus. That's right, a god amongst men.
Absolutely, I agree. Cracking open a beer to celebrate, I assume, this new theme song we have right now. Never before heard new theme song, baby. New art,
Yes.
new theme song.
Yeah, speaking of new controversies, am I right? That was a good segue.
Before we enter the controversies, I just want to add some more TGP news. We had our first purchase on Bandcamp. We made $2 whole. Very based. All music that is featured in Tales Gets Podcast is available on the album on Bandcamp. It's pay what you want, so you can download it free, or you could give us $5 billion, and
I think we all know what we would recommend you do.
Yes,
Free.
probably free. I don't think it's worth that much, but
No, absolutely not. But hey, if you decide to pay, it keeps the lights up, it keeps the RSS feed going. I mean, we are practically living in the gutter. I mean, I'm literally living in a bowling alley.
true. Me too. I'm living in the bowling ball, falling in the gutter.
Yeah.
All right, Andre. In episode 15, I did a Hallelujah outro theme. What did you think about it? Do you like it?
I absolutely loved it.
Very good. Well, here's just to announce that was basically a one-off, as you've probably heard from episode 16, where we went back to the other one. We might get a new outro theme, but possibly. Maybe not. Probably not. Also want to shout out to Peppers Millers again for writing out some of the rules to the TGP drinking game. We love to see it. Very based.
Pepper Millers, you absolute beautiful son of a bitch. Or daughter, I'm not equal opportunity.
Oh, daughter of a bitch. Sure.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Cupcake Pelle for nice comments and pointing out the reason that the grammar improves is because Embergram likely becomes more involved in the writing process. And
Embergram, stop helping.
Embergram, a brother of Laserbot, one of his brothers. And I guess it's important to point out that we attribute a lot of the comic to Laserbot, even though, from Laserbot's own words, the comic has been the brainchild of both Embergram and Laserbot from basically the beginning, with Laserbot only supplying the art, the beautiful art. And we'll see that Laserbot gets less and less involved with the comic the longer it goes on, and then he even leaves it at one point, but he comes back. And now
he comes back with a vengeance.
He comes back with a vengeance, and now he's writing the comic with the writers on the comic now are Shim Shomo and Laserbot.
Well as Martin Scorsese.
Shim Shomo is Laserbot's other brother. However, we'll just keep attributing to Laserbot because it's just way easier to say things like, damn you Laserbot, rather than damn you Laserbot and or Embergram and or Shim Shomo.
Or maybe just, damn it, guys!
Sure. But we acknowledge that the comic is a team effort, a family affair, if you will.
Yeah.
All right. Let's actually get into the controversy.
Yep.
So, we have some controversies here, but there's one main, big controversy hanging over us like the sword of Damocles hanging over my head. And that is that
Where have we been for the past year or so? I don't know. It's been too long.
It's been like 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
All right.
It is ridiculous.
Here's the explanation. We did actually record an episode. And in that episode, at the end, we announce that we're going to go on a hiatus for a while. And stuff like that. However, that episode became lost. It is lost media.
Yeah.
The fucking file corrupted, and it is never to be heard again. So now we're re-recording the episode for chapter 17, like 3 months later. Very epic.
I mean, yes.
Yeah. The problem was, and I will take 1% of the blame, but 99% of the blame goes on fucking Audacity. Because Audacity updated to a new version where instead of being based like it was before, now it's completely fucking cringe. Where they go, hey, remember how based we were? How you could record like for hours and hours and the file size would be minimal? Well, fuck that. If you record for like an hour, your fucking Audacity file is going to be literally fucking like 20 gigs or something. Our recording sessions are usually like two to almost 4 hours sometimes. So having those massive fucking projects would super inflate the size of the Audacity file, and it would cause a lot of problems. I don't think Audacity is really designed to hold such big files. Or the new Audacity isn't. The old Audacity worked totally fucking fine. So fuck you, Audacity 3.0, Audacity 2. Whatever the fuck, all the way. That's the base one. Fuck you.
Oh, fuck you.
So yeah, the file got so big, and we had recorded the episode, I had edited the full episode, it was ready to go. The only thing I had to press was export, and I did press export, and then I was like, I can't handle this, and it exploded, and it corrupted the file. It is inaccessible. The only point of contention I will take blame on is that, okay, I'll take blame because it was never an issue before. So whenever we record these podcasts, we do it through Audacity, and we do it, over Discord. So Andre, he records his bit, he exports it and sends it to me. So I have the audio I have Andre's audio from the last episode, totally fine. And we can still use it if we want. We can make a fake episode where we just use your old 3-month-old audio for episode 17.
We should do that, and you just like try to wing it and try to make it fit in. Like you just improv the entire thing. It would it would actually be funny. I think.
It could be funny. The only thing is that whenever I record, I just like save the Audacity project. What I should have done, and what I will do, is that I export my own file, so in case the Audacity project like corrupts, I still have both. I have my own file exported as an MP3 and then Andre's as well, so I could just re-edit it. So I'll do that from now on. And I also fucking downgraded to earlier version of Audacity, because that's when Audacity was fucking based, not cringe like it is now.
So you got a lot of problems with Audacity, don't you?
I got problems with new Audacity, not old. Old Audacity is based and red-pilled. New Audacity is cringe and black-pilled? Yes.
And stuff like that.
All right,
you got a lot of problems with progress, don't you? You fucking conservative.
When it comes to Audacity, absolutely, I'm a fucking conservative. I'm an Audacity Republican. So that was the main controversy that explains the long absence. So what we said in the last episode at the end, we said that we're going on an absence because I was going on vacation for a couple of weeks, and then my semester at university started, where I know I would be busy, so we wouldn't have time to record all the time. But now there finally is some time, so that's cool. All right, let's get into the other controversies that we discussed in the episode we recorded many months ago, but we have now forgotten about.
Oh, fuck. I forgot all about those.
All right. So we said in the previous episode that in Grey's Anatomy, there was the big romance between, I think, McDreamy and McHottie, but there is no McHottie. It's actually the big romance rivalry was between, will main girl choose McDreamy or McSteamy? So, I know we got a lot of Grey's Anatomy heads in the audience, and we got some hate mail. I'll just say it. We got some hate mail about...
I think like the geriatric between TGP fans and Grey's Anatomy fans is just a circle.
Yes. We have a lot of 70-plus-year-olds listening to TGP, and they're all fans of Grey's Anatomy, and they're really mad. They have 50 cats. They sent their cats on us. We got attacked by cats, and they're like, "This is for getting Grey's Anatomy lore wrong, you fucking pig." And so, big apology for that.
I was good for most of it. I already have a cat, and that cat is a fucking psychopath.
You probably got some like secret messages from the older moms with cats.
Yeah.
And that's why your cat has been attacking you so much recently.
Possibly.
Right, alright. And next in my notes is the PSA where we announced that we'd go on a big break. So, very cool. But yeah, in general, episodes will probably be on a slower recording cycle because generally I'm pretty busy, but number 2, chapters from now on are very, very dense.
Yeah, they're fucking humongous.
Yeah, they're the same length when it comes to pages, because Laserbots 21-page rule and all that.
I just mean in terms of information density.
Yeah, in terms of especially text, they get very text-dense, text-heavy, so note-taking takes a lot of time, and recording also takes more time, so probably a slower schedule than we were on, like, once a week for a while there, but...
Chapters are getting humongous.
Humongous what?
This man just sexually assaulted me.
I love her.
Classic Bane. Was her name Sarah or something?
Sarna Joshi.
You know her full name, you fucking weirdo.
Yes. Well, because she made a fucking follow-up video about internalized oppression.
Oh yeah, I remember that. It was epic. It was a easier time when all of YouTube was just SJW destroyed. Trump epic compilation.
Yeah, it was also an easier time when SJWs were just fucking batshit insane like her.
True.
I know they weren't, okay, but...
but she was batshit insane.
And people like her were kind of the face of the whole progressive movement or not progressive, but like SJW movement for a while.
They were basically the face of the progressive movement for a while. That's why conservatism was on such a rise within young people.
Yeah.
In the mid-2010s.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get into the chapter spread.
Oh yeah, spread those cheeks for me, baby. Spread those chapters.
Absolutely. So yeah, first comment on this. I like it. I think it's pretty evocative and interesting.
Oh yeah.
So to describe it, it's sort of basically a bunch of squares with characters in it, and then in the middle there's like almost like an arrow triangle shape.
Yeah.
Of characters within there.
Okay. To further explain it, it's like if you divided the page in two.
Yeah.
Like lengthwise, and then divided further, height-wise, and then you had an arrow cutting through the middle line.
Yeah. So if we go from the right, we have two different characters on the top and bottom. So we go first. It's Cheeto Man, classic Cheeto Man on the top. Then Knuckles on the bottom. They have
fucking love Cheeto Man.
They have a relationship, as we know. Then you have Tails on the top and Spyro on the bottom, with a little Bluebert in between there. So we know that Tails and Spyro have a bromance.
Hell yeah.
Then you have Pori and Mario. Pori on top, Mario on the bottom, and these characters will meet in this chapter. And in the middle, between them, we have Travis the Bird.
That's his name, fucking Travis, right?
Travis, yes. Travis, Travis.
What?
Yes.
Say that again, okay? I did not just hear you right.
Travis, Travis.
I heard. Oh, you. Fucking hell.
Laserbot is so good at naming characters. Then we have next to them we have Troll King on the top, and then Alex on the bottom. We know that they have Alex is trying to take down the Troll King and become the new leader of the trolls.
Yeah.
He's following him, sneaking around, being a sneaky fucker. And in the middle of them we have Kermit looking straight at the camera.
Hello, Kermit the Frog here.
Yeah, I was gonna say hopefully our Kermit impressions have improved, but I assume they haven't.
It hasn't.
Yeah.
Hello, Kermit the Frog here. No, I get. I think I don't know.
Well, do you want to fuck Piggy? I don't know. Not too great. And then next to them, we have Rob on the top, and then Hindo on the bottom. You know, they're currently engaged in an epic fucking battle.
Yeah.
And we will see that. And between them, we have Ronald McDonald, who's a very mysterious figure.
I fucking love Ronald McDonald.
Gotta love Ronald McDonald. All right, let's get into page 1. Unless you have some comments.
No, I mean, I fucking love the whole composition.
Yep.
I love, especially, the patterning of purple, green.
Yeah. The backgrounds are purple, green, exchanging between each. It's very nice. Purple, green,
Yes.
their contrast. They look very nice together.
Purple on the top, green on the bottom, then green on the top, purple on the bottom, and so forth.
Yeah. And then the
And
blue
the arrow is blue.
Yes.
Yeah. Other than that, no comments.
Oh, also.
Wait.
What?
The fucking text it's capitalized. Chapter 17, Psychological Assessment.
Yeah, I was gonna say the chapter's called Psychological Assessment, which is a great title. It's very evocative and strange. You're like, what? What does this mean?
Yeah.
Good
shit.
Good shit. All right, let's move on to page 1.
Yeah, baby.
So we start where we left off with Rob underwater. He was finding, his new resolve to go on. He was having a Goku moment in the water.
Yeah.
We can only assume he's about to bring out the spirit bomb. But instead,
I mean,
Rob says, "Shit, I'm underwater," waking up from his trance.
Rob, you fucking no shit, Rob.
And then we get a great piece of art of Hindo looking really evil, like dark shadows all over his face. And he does a long fucking evil rant, saying, "Oh, how wonderful and sweet it has been to see the mighty Dragonborn fall before my very eyes. How you pushed me to this. How you pressured for your own destruction. You little worm," as in warm temperature.
WAR. Yeah, not
You
worm
little
as
worm.
in the early bird gets the worm.
No.
Warm as
Little
in it is warm out now.
Yeah.
And by the way, it is fucking blisteringly hot here in Norway now.
How hot is it?
I think we had 30 degrees yesterday, 25 today.
Wow.
Celsius, so that's like, I don't know.
That's like
I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit, but it
almost
it's
100.
fucking low. Oh my god.
It's actually the same in Tokyo. It was 30 today.
Right, okay, well, it's, I think, 25, 20 today.
But Tokyo has a way more humid heat, way more water in the air. So it feels way warmer. But I love that shit.
I would kill for some humid heat, because
What?
I hate
like humid
I
heat?
hate the dry heat.
Dry heat is way more tolerable, though.
Yeah, no, but the air feels thin.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, dry
Yeah.
heat is the heat that actually kills people. Humid heat is very conducive to life.
Yeah.
The places with the most life are, the Amazon forest and, places that have pretty much humid heat all year round. And it's
Yeah.
good for your joints. So if you're old, you should move to a humid place.
I will imagine.
Yes, Hindo calls Rob one of the many scum of this earth.
I'm sorry,
Yes.
but remind me again who's trolling and who's getting his rocks off and killing? Because I'm pretty sure that's Hindo.
I mean, Hindo's
And you have
Hindo's a
the
bastard.
audacity, you have the ballstacity to fucking call Rob scum of the earth.
I mean, Hindo's a
The
bastard.
chutzpah on this fucking asshole.
What are you, Jewish?
Maybe I am.
The chutzpah on
What
this
is it to
guy.
you? Right, the chutzpah on this guy. And what if I am Jewish? What are you gonna do about that, huh?
You just sound like drunk Andre. You don't sound Jewish.
I know. But all Jews are drunk in my eyes.
All right.
What?
Good. Good. We have that on tape. Hindo continues saying, "Oh, how I wanted to see you crawl like the bug you truly are. Ha ha ha. Get on your knees and pray for mercy. Yet no, I won't give it to you. Crying for me to spare your miserable life. Oh, and how you continue persisting in every action you made, you fucking fool. Now I will show you the depths of your mistake, and you will beg me when we meet in the afterlife. Beg for me to protect you from eternal damnation in hell. You are just as pitiful as these low-level trolls I work with every day. Good ones are just too hard to find." I love it. Ends it on a sort of like almost Seinfeld-esque note there. Where it's like, like a stand-up, like, you relate to this, audience? Good trolls are just so hard to find. But yeah, classic rambling stream of consciousness, Laserbot dialogue there.
I mean, this chapter is starting strong. Let's just say that.
It's very, very good shit. And two written with an actual double O. Very good. Incredible stuff.
Yeah, that's, what the fuck?
That is
Laserbot, don't get too good now. We need you to stay Laserbot.
I'm sorry to say, Andre,
Okay.
but in a couple of chapters, he'll have like literally no spelling mistakes ever. He actually gets good at spelling. And grammar, and syntax, and the whole shebang. Even semantics. Maybe not semantics.
So I can still have the semantics?
We could still have semantics.
Okay. I love that just when he said grammar, I was like about to ask you about the grammar as well.
Yeah. You know, Laserbot semantics are always very strange. And the syntax stays strange for quite a while too, but it also gets fixed. Because now I believe he has proofreaders now. Which I don't believe he had before. Or I can't believe he had before.
Which we know he didn't have before.
There's no way he could have had that before.
No.
Alright, then we cut to a really evil fucking grinning art of Hindo looking great. His face contorting.
This entire page is fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Just
there's a
the
real
art department.
there's a real step up in art from this chapter onwards, I would say.
Yeah.
Because there was a bit of a break between this chapter coming out and the previous one.
You know, that's why we had a break. It was just for the same reasons as Laserbot, because we needed to increase the quality of Tailscast podcast.
Exactly, yes. That's the true narrative. So believe and not the bullshit we said before. Because that was lies.
No, I needed to not be cringe, and I failed horribly at it. So I'm still cringe, but that's sort of par for the course with my life.
But you're a bit more based. And good on it. We got the Andre cell phone. It's back, better than ever. And we love to hear it.
Yeah. I love to own myself. I'm embracing the 10% of me that's black. The correct way.
Only 10%?
Could
I would have expected more.
No, I think okay, like purely mathematical, I'm somewhere between 15 to 25% black.
Yeah. This is because I'm like 7% Nigerian. And you're like way more black than me, bro. I'm like the whitest motherfucker I know.
Sure.
I'm the palest bitch I know.
Yeah. Okay, let's just cut out this entire conversation about blackness. Because it got racist so fast.
It's staying in, baby.
I mean, I got racist so fast.
You know, that's one of your many talents, Andre. You could turn any situation racist. Somehow. Andre will find a way.
Well, I am a racist.
Alright, Andre, got your reel there.
Yeah.
Not supposed
Electricity is so powerful on its own, but with water in the mix, it's unstoppable.
Yeah, so...
Farewell, Dragon Ball. You were a difficult foe to face, but I am the victor.
Well, Andre, we gotta stop and discuss that, because water in itself is not actually conductive to electricity.
No,
it's only conductive
water.
if it has a lot of minerals in it. Yeah, like salt water. And so many people make this mistake. It's like you never had a science class. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Normal water, fresh water, a lake or a river will not conduct electricity.
No.
Just try it yourself. It won't happen.
Just
you're
take
fucking.
take
you're
a car battery, throw it in, and see what happens. Nothing.
Yeah, probably nothing.
Take a swim with it, motherfucker.
Do it, coward.
But don't pee in the water, because that's probably gonna be very bad. I do think you release a lot of
pissing on a
minerals when you
battery
pee.
is pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
There's a lot of minerals in your piss.
Yeah, which is why Bear Grylls loves that shit.
I mean, minerals in water is very healthy for you.
Yeah.
So I suppose.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Pee is very healthy for you.
I don't know about that, but
Look, are you telling me that Bear Grylls is wrong? Are you telling me that he faked everything? Are you telling me that he checked in on a hotel? I don't think so.
I don't know if he actually did that. I never watched an expose on
he,
Bear Grylls.
He pretty much. I mean, he pretty much admitted as much himself.
What a bastard.
Well, I mean, I don't think he ever said that, like, oh, I'm actually surviving. He just said that this is how you survive. Two very different things. I mean, he never explicitly said it that he checked in on hotels and shit. And I think it gave the impression that he was surviving in a wild like that, but he never explicitly said it, so, he's still Gucci in a way.
But it's literally man versus wild. He's a man, and he's versus the wild.
Yeah, and man won. That's why we got hotels.
You make a fair point, Andre.
Anyway.
So, Hindo is about to shoot electricity, flies up in the air, shoots electricity down at the poor Rob in the water.
Yes.
And Rob realizes
poor
this.
Rob.
He is the Rob. There's no other Rob. In my
no,
view.
but I love it. The poor Rob, like as if there's also a fortunate or rich Rob.
Well, maybe there is.
Yeah.
A TGP multiverse?
Yes, please.
Fucking Laserbot is watching one fucking Spider-Man multiverse movie away from adding a TGP multiverse to Tales Gets Trolled.
TGT, you mean, not TGP.
TGT. But if he adds the multiverse, we would be canon, because we are a part of TGT lore, basically.
I mean, Laserbot has heard of the podcast, right?
I don't know.
I mean,
Probably.
Ambergram or...
Shimshomo has. Shimshomo has.
Shimshomo. Yeah.
Shoma's thumbs up. Oh yeah, I think Laser... Or maybe not Laserbots. I don't know. It's hard to know. But the official Tales Gets Trolled channel knows about it, which I think is run by CC. And not Laserbot.
Nice.
But maybe CC just told Laserbot.
I mean, how fucking surreal wouldn't it be to have like a shout out in the comic to the podcast?
Yeah, well, like I said before, I would love nothing more than to be like two stupid trolls that get killed horribly by one of the troll slayers, like Shadow or something.
Preferably
like
by Shadow. Absolutely.
Well, Shadow's been very cringe recently.
Oh, that's true, yeah. No, but I would actually, like, if suddenly they were like, hey, we're gonna fucking reference the podcast, would you like to provide art of yourself being killed? I would jump at that opportunity, like, yes. Yes,
Very
alright,
much so.
now, this is how my dick looks like if you want him to rip my dick off.
Yeah. There will
I'm
be
not
a
using it, so you know.
There will be a lot of dick-related stuff later. Don't you worry.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
It's true. There is a dick forest.
Yeah, anyway,
So the lightning is about to hit the water, but Rob, he realizes it, and just in time, he freezes the water.
he has a fucking, genius plan, dude.
Yes.
Like, what a fucking mad lad. But you know what would have been even funnier was if he just, wait, this is fresh water, and the lightning does nothing.
That would have been very funny.
Yeah.
It's like, Hindo is also stupid, actually.
Yeah, and Rob is just like a fucking genius.
He's like, just according to Keikaku. And then there would be like a long anime monologue where he explains the science through like diagrams and shit. That'd be awesome.
Jojo.
Well, any like fucking manga, Naruto does that shit all the time too. Like,
but I love JoJo because
cheat.
I feel like JoJo is really in a league of its own because of all the pseudoscience
I agree.
it uses.
I mean, that's why it's great.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, there was one truth and 100 lies in that statement.
Yes. Yeah, and Araki clearly just like hears about things and he's like, I'm gonna put that in. This is a plot point.
Yes. Like fucking sky rods. I love that.
Yeah, sky rods.
Because those are just insects. Literally, I think they kind of proved that it was likely skyrods were just like insects flying around and your eye not fully seeing them, but just seeing the motions or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
Like it's an optical illusion.
Yeah. It's not real, but Araki's like, oh, hell yeah, based. Let me put that in.
Yes.
That's
Now,
good shit.
and Hindo is looking like fucking Shock Tom.
He does. He has a fucking Shock Tom facer.
Yeah, the exact same like eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, holy fuck.
Even the angle is very similar.
Yeah.
All right, on to page 2.
Yes. Holy fuck, we got there in just half an hour.
Great. So Rob, he's underneath the ice, and then he uses fire breath to, thaw the ice so he can live again, I guess.
And also create a smoke screen out of steam.
It's true. I guess he only froze the top of the river or the moat, and not everything below. So it was basically just an ice shield. He didn't like freeze the entire thing, because then he would freeze himself.
Yeah.
Unless it's like in movies where people are like frozen solid, but they can still like blink and shit.
Yeah, which is extremely
realistic.
cringe.
Yes. And then Hindo still has kind of a Shock Tom expression. He says, "No, that's not possible." T and not capitalized for some reason. No. And then
I love it. He looks like a little crybaby.
the water starts steaming, and we get to zoom in on Hindo's angry eyes, and now his face is like more realistic proportions for some reason, rather than the anime style.
Well,
Okay.
but I love that. I love the inconsistency.
Sure.
Because it's like whatever suits the frame better.
Yeah.
Which is something that I respect Laserbot for doing.
It's a fun aspect of the comic for sure.
Yeah.
So
Especially now that he's a lot better at drawing, it really shines when he's doing these things. Because now it looks good. It doesn't look derpy or like.
I mean, it still looks derpy from time to time, but it looks a lot better
from
than
time
it
to
did before.
time. But yeah, but it's like you can see what it was going for with it.
Like with this Hindo here, he has like a big sausage arm when he's shooting lightning.
Yeah.
So, there's still plenty of derp to be found, for sure.
Yeah. I just mean, what I mean is like in the stylistic changes that he makes from frame to frame or like panel to panel, it is done in a way that serves the serves the aesthetic better, if it makes sense.
Sure, I'm just not certain that it's intentional. I think it's still accidental for the most part.
It could be intentional to me, Chris.
Look, the art is created between the viewer and the piece. The art is not the piece itself; it's the conversation between the viewer and the piece. So if that's what it means to you, that's what.
Oh, you fucking pretentious cunt!
What? That is the fucking definition of art, bro.
You pretentious whore!
How is that pretentious? It's literally true.
Because you believe it. I don't know.
It's literally the fucking definition of art, piece of shit. We're the postmodern world.
Don't you fucking raise your voice at me, you piece of shit! I just punched my microphone.
We're not cringe essentialists here. What are you, a fascist? Get out of here.
Yes, I'm a fascist.
You believe in objective beauty?
Yeah. I'm objectively beautiful.
That is literally fascist if you believe in that.
I don't.
Fascist Andre revealed yet again.
Oh, you fucking Jew.
Anyway. Speaking of gas chambers, because I farted.
Sure.
I just want to point out that, like in End of Evangelion, the ending to Neon Genesis Evangelion, the ending movie, on the close-up of Hindo here, we actually see the tear ducts in Hindo's eyes. So attention to detail.
Oh yeah.
Very nice. It's like in End of Evangelion too, where whenever they would zoom into people's eyes, they had tear ducts all of a sudden, even though the entire anime they didn't. They had like just that little more budget so they can join the tear ducts. Very epic.
Hell yeah.
So Hindo charges up his lightning Kamehameha and it shoots it down at the steam, at the water, trying to kill Hindo. But Hindo says he can't see a fucking thing with the steam in his way. He used the fire breath on the ice. Son of a bitch. I can't see my target very well. You won't slip away from me. And then out of nowhere, a fucking fist right in Hindo's face, spurting out blood from his mouth. Classic anime style. When you get punched in the face, you gotta spit out blood. And
yes.
We see an angry, bullet bill-headed fucking Rob looking down with full momentum, and the momentum is carrying through as he punches Hindo towards the ground. And Hindo's hair goes from the
sick line.
Hindo's hair goes from the lightning yellow to his natural white.
Yes.
Also, I just want to point out that in this entire page here, there's an implication that Hindo's flying, so I guess that's just one of his abilities. He can fly around.
Well, I guess because he can transform into lightning, right? So I guess it's maybe like the Vision from Avengers, where, the Vision, he flies by altering his density to be lighter than air. So I guess it's like here, where he just sort of alters his body so that it just flies, as lightning, but he's not in his lightning form.
Yeah, I don't think Laserbot thought it that well through. I don't think he thought about
all I'm saying,
the what are the properties of light, and Hindo is using the properties of light for his abilities, and light as a wave means that it can move through.
That's not what I'm.
Look, Laserbot just thought lightning powers was cool. Okay, I'm thinking of more like Red Hot Chili Peppers from JoJo.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Where he wouldn't, because previously we saw he did the actual JoJo thing where he moved through the electrical lines.
Power
so
lines.
That's how he would move around, but I guess he could just fly too.
Well, sure. All I'm saying is that you can somehow justify it by looking at Hindo's powers.
Sure.
If you really
but
want
you
to
can
stretch
justify
it.
a lot of shit by looking at his powers.
Sure, I mean, yeah. Yeah.
You can really justify anything.
Yeah, I mean, when I look at Hindo's power, I can justify the Holocaust.
Are we in a Andre Nazi arc right now? What's going on here?
I mean, that was not my first choice.
In the fucking 3 months we were away, Andre fucking fell into the alt-right pipeline, and he's part of the intellectual dark web now. And he's watching Paul Joseph Watson.
Look. I've been
Matt
fucking
Walsh.
watching Andrew Tate for 3 months. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
one of my
you shaved your
buddies.
head and to be a disciple of Andrew Tate, you gotta be bold.
Absolutely not.
What? Come on.
Well, I just don't want my kids to be exposed to gay people because I want to program them the way I like.
Based.
Yeah.
That's how we like it.
Okay, anyway, enough politics.
Well, people come for the Tails Gets Trolled and they stay for the politics.
Yeah.
Tails Gets Political.
Now, next page.
Yes. Next page. So, like a meteorite, Hindo goes flying into the rooftop, destroying one of the roof's obelisks, which falls over and crumbles.
Yeah, baby!
And then in the rubble we see Hindo, back to his white hair and with a big head wound, a cut on his cheek and one bloodshot eye saying, how did he do that?
And I also like the shot that we get from between Hindo's legs.
You would then, you fucking pervert.
I realized as I said it. No, but I do like the shot because
that's a really good perspective.
It's a good perspective shot.
Absolutely.
And it looks proportional too. It's fucking great.
It is really good because we sort of see him. It's like the camera is laying on the ground, slightly above him, so we see him from maybe half a meter above him. So we see only barely his face and his chest, but we see most of his legs.
Yeah.
It's very well done.
Yeah, but it is so hard to draw this. I'm just, as an artiste, I fucking approve.
Artiste counter ding. Yes.
Yeah, baby.
I agree. I would never even know how to draw that. Alright, so after this, Rob lands on top of one of the rooftop pillars, sort of a frog formation. And then we cut to an upright Rob standing seemingly about to keel over. And we see that he has a big wound in the side. So this fight has taken a lot out of both of these competitors.
Yeah, baby.
And then we get a meanwhile. What happened during the fights?
So not meanwhile.
No.
I mean, technically, but also not.
Well, most meanwhiles is implied that you sort of travel back to the past slightly.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, meanwhile, this was happening, so implying that these things happen at the same time. So this is an actual meanwhile. Like most of Laserbot's meanwhiles, where they're like cutting between scenes that clearly happen one after each other. But you know, good meanwhile. So
yeah, baby.
Finally, after so many chapters, first time since chapter 10, we cut to Mario, who's in a brown castle with Dr. Egad, who's originally from Luigi's Mansion. Mario says he has all the items he'll need and that he's ready to defeat all the trolls once and for all, showing that to Mario, there's no thought spared for Shadow in the gang.
No.
Which is unlike Shadow, who, the only thing he cares about is fucking killing Mario at this point. He doesn't even care about the trolls anymore. Just like, fuck Mario. He betrayed me.
To be fair, Mario killed like 10 of his friends.
That's not true. He killed, Mario didn't kill anybody, but Luigi killed some of the Chaotix. But does Shadow know those? I mean, they're not traditionally friends of Shadow, like Espio and Cream.
Luigi killed Cream, and I'm pretty sure
Shadow doesn't know Cream.
Well, Shadow isn't canonically friends with Tails either, or Knuckles, so you really want to fucking get into this? No, he's not! Shadow was literally...
In fucking Sonic Generations, Shadow smokes weed with Knuckles. It's fucking canonical.
Does he?
No! Why would you ever believe that?
I don't know! Because it was like, you said it with such earnestness.
Yeah, I'm a liar, Andre. I'm a liar by heart. My entire backstory is fabricated.
Wait, so I never knew you when we were kids?
No. And I actually do have the red dragon belt.
What the fuck?
We talked about that before, where I gaslighted you into defending me. My obvious big lie.
Yes. Because you said you had a fucking red dragon belt in karate.
I think it was taekwondo.
No, it was karate.
Was it karate?
Yeah.
Yeah, I when I lived in Thailand as a young chap, I did taekwondo for like 2 years. So I think I got the yellow belt in taekwondo, or maybe only 1 year. But then after moving to Norway, I was like, yeah, I've done so much martial arts. I'm basically the best martial artist ever. And I was so good that they gave me the red dragon belt.
Yeah. Just for clarity, we were like, I think 9 at this point, okay?
Probably younger. Probably 8.
Yeah, probably younger than that. Yeah, so it was not like we were like fucking 15, 16, and I... No, this was... we
were actually
I was barely keeping my bowel movements.
You're barely out of doctors.
Yeah, I was barely... So like, I was a stupid piss poo baby.
Pissy boy, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah... everybody rightfully called me out on my bullshit. They're like, that's not true. You didn't get the red dragon belt. But then I gaslit Andre into believing me, and then he would defend me and be like, no, I've actually seen the red dragon belt. He showed it to me.
Yeah.
Good shit.
I mean, isn't every relationship built on some form of a lie?
Some sort of gaslighting?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it should be.
It's the same way that I say I'm related to Jason Momoa to get pussy.
And it's never worked.
No, it hasn't. Anyway.
So yeah, Mario, he's strictly focused on getting revenge on the Troll King and eliminating the Troll Menace once and for all. Unlike Shadow, who's clearly only cares about getting revenge on Mario. AKA, he's cringe.
To be fair, Mario killed a lot of people for no good reason.
We're going in a circular conversation here.
I know, but I just want to say, like, Mario's plan killed a lot of people for no good reason at all.
Yeah, I know, Mario's definitely a bastard.
Yeah.
But his plan almost worked.
He's now fucking getting shit from EGAD, Professor
yes.
EGAD. And I love this.
Yeah, I love the phrasing of what EGAD says.
This idea is in the middle of the editing process. Like, What? Thank you, Laserbot. You
What does that
shine
mean?
your laserness on this. Woohoo!
Yes, semantics. We love it. Yeah, this idea is in the middle of the editing process, implying that he's not... he doesn't know his idea yet, and it's like a thing that you can edit functionally. Maybe it's so scientific that he edits his own ideas within his brain. He has like Premiere Pro in his brain when it comes to idea editing.
Yeah.
He says, it will take a few moments before I will be able to determine if it's functioning as planned. But oh Lord, Jesus Christ, God Almighty of the Holy Bible, this is fascinating.
This is fascinating.
If this works,
then we will be the first ever to create the...
Zoom in on his face. Zoom in on his mouth. The Holy Star.
The Holy Star.
Yes.
Yes, perfect. Now the era of Mario shall begin.
Says Mario with...
So Mario clearly has fucking evil goals in a way.
Well, it's just because Mario says the era of Mario shall begin with like a Mario doing like a really evil grin on his face, and his Mario M looking like the McDonald's M, only red.
Yeah, and we all know how evil McDonald's is.
So true. Supersize this. Farts on mic.
How about you serve me breakfast after 12 p.m., you fucking cunts?
Yeah, 12 p.m. Oh, right.
Yeah.
No, you're right. I get so confused on 12 a.m. and 12 p.m.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't. 12 a.m. is night, 12 p.m. is morning.
Yeah, or noon.
You're noon.
Yerp.
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah.
Next
Work for me.
page. So,
Next
you
page.
see that two toads are also helping out. There is a Hint Toad from Mario Galaxy.
Mario, do you understand how delicate and valuable a star actually is?
Yep. That is one of the things he says. Yeah, Hint Toad is a member of the Toad Brigade, and he also acts as Princess Peach's attendant and royal guard. And then there's also Toadsworth, originally from Super Mario Sunshine, but he becomes more of a well-rounded character, I guess, in the Mario and Luigi series, the Mario and Luigi games initially for Game Boy with Superstar Saga. However, Laserbot has for some reason elected to use his young design from Mario and Luigi Partners in Time, where you travel to the past and you meet the young version of him, because usually his mustache is white and he's wearing like a more regal outfit.
Yeah.
But this is like his poor like peasant outfit, and he has a brown mustache. So I don't know what this tells us about the timeline of Tails Gets Trolled, as Toadsworth was only sporting this look when Mario and Luigi were babies. So,
well,
confusing.
I mean, I have no fucking clue.
Maybe Toadsworth's just dyeing his mustache just for Toads.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be.
And he's wearing his...
It's L'Oreal.
Well, instead of just for men, it's just for Toads. Just for men is like the premier beard dye that you use, because you have gray beard, Andre. You graying fuck.
What?
Anyway.
I totally spaced out.
Yeah, I just destroyed you in the marketplace of ideas like I usually do.
Oh! Why would you wound me like this?
So they say that a holy star is made from 20 regular stars, and it takes the star to a whole new level, as the time limit for your power is now way longer. And as EGAD puts, now using the star will be like a supermodel in bed, no longer lasting 5 seconds. Which is like, what does that even apply? I don't even understand.
I mean, clearly Laserbot has smashed supermodels, so, you know. Like,
okay, but
the way I look at it, could it be that the modeling industry is so fucking dirty that they have to fuck their way to the top, and they gotta last long in bed to get to the top? Like, that's what my head is saying. Is that, like, it's a commentary on the sturdy, seedy politics of supermodeling.
Yes.
Of America's Next Top Model. What you don't see in America's Next Top Model are all the blowjobs they have to give the producers.
That was definitely what Laserbot was going for.
I mean,
no, but why?
Social commentary.
But why would supermodels need to last more than 5 seconds in bed? Because they just need to make the fucking dirty producers come. So they probably want to make them come as fast as possible, right?
Yeah.
It implies that ugly girls, they only last 5 seconds, but supermodels, they last a lot longer. Because I guess all supermodels are really good at sex. I guess is the implication.
Well, if you can make a guy last or come in 5 seconds or come fast, I guess you gotta be really good at what you're doing.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So that implies the supermodels are actually bad at sex.
Yeah.
Because they make sex last long, while ugly girls who are actually good at sex, they only make you last 5 seconds.
Yeah.
It's a very confusing line. In either case, it's hard to know what it actually means.
Yeah.
But
I just like my little thought experiment that Laserbot was super woke when he wrote this. I don't know, that's a thought experiment, but I like the idea that Laserbot was super fucking woke when he wrote this, and he was just like, yeah, let's talk about how modeling is basically just sex industry.
I'm gonna expose.
With extra
I'm gonna
stats.
expose fucking what's her face, who runs America's Next Top Model. Tara Banks. Is that her?
Is it her?
I forget. I've never watched the show. All right, Toadsworth says that they have also created a deafness potion, which lasts for 2 hours, which would render the words of death useless. So, very powerful. And then Mario gives us a classic Mario line while looking like really pissed. He's like, "Here we go. I'm a Mario. I'm a number one." But he looks really pissed.
He gives us 2 classic Mario lines. Here we go. I'm a Mario. I'm a number one.
Yeah, but he's looking pissed. So it's real like, "Here we go. I'm a Mario.
Yeah.
I'm a number one."
I mean, he just figured out that he was voiced by Chris Pratt, and the movie got overwhelmingly good reception, so now Chris Pratt is going to keep voicing him. And also, it's animated by fucking Illumination.
No.
Instead of DreamWorks.
I mean, the animation of Illumination was the problem, it's just the writing.
Yeah, well, sure. I mean, the animation is stellar. I can't really
It looked very nice, yeah.
on that in that department. Yeah, but the writing is atrocious.
Absolutely. It's a terrible movie. Not like it. Even though I got a bunch of souvenirs from going to the movie in Japan.
I liked every scene with the Bowser in it.
Which was like 2 minutes of the movie, because it was barely in the movie.
Yeah.
I like the Peaches
Jack
song.
Black fucking stole the show. Yeah, the Peaches is amazing. I fucking saw someone comment, because Peaches has almost the same chord progression as Never Gonna Give You Up. And then someone made the mistake of erroneously claiming that Jack Black intentionally made this match up so he could rickroll people in the audiences.
I'm sure it just uses the same, I forget what,
Because
Never Gonna Give You Up.
Never Gonna Give You Up almost has the same, has like the gold chord progression.
Yeah.
You know?
It's the 1-5-6-1? I forget.
Yes. But it's not the gold chord progression. It is a slightly different chord progression, but it almost sounds the exact same. Peaches does use the gold chord.
Oh, okay.
And that's why it sounds extremely familiar. It's in the same BPM almost.
Well, it was a pretty slow song. But...
Yeah, but I think you can increase the BPM so that it matches up.
Well, sure, but that doesn't mean it's the same BPM. It means...
Yeah, no, sorry. But it was not Jack Black going intentionally, I'm gonna rickroll everybody in the audience. Yeah!
No, it's just that most songs are written in that exact chord progression. That's the point. That's the point of the fucking 4-chord songs, that everybody uses the same fucking 4 chords.
Yes.
Although I believe that's the 1-5-6-4, which is like the pop song chord progression. And it sucks, and I hate that one.
Yeah. Now. Mario! Something is wrong!
Hold on. I pulled up some weird shit.
Okay.
Pulled up some weird shit. Some scaring the host type shit. Oh yeah, I was gonna say that the tone you get from the dark Mario of Tails Gets Trolled doesn't really mix with the cheerful, like, famous Mario voice lines that we know. So it's a very funny juxtaposition where he says that, "Here we go."
Okay, what is it, Toad? What is the problem?
Yeah, so a Toad comes in, he says somebody unfamiliar is approaching, and Mario says he's going to check it out. Toadsworth says it could be some villain of some sort, like a troll, and that they should retreat. But Hintoad says that they should take him hostage. However, Mario shuts them both down, saying, if it's a troll, he's gonna die.
If it's a troll, he's gonna die.
As he resolutely walks out with, like, stiff legs. He doesn't have any movement in.
With his arms raised like he's in a fucking
ready to fight.
Classic fisticuffs pose.
Yeah, but his leg posture is all wrong. He's too stiff. He'd get knocked out in a second with that posture, bro.
Yeah. Well, not knocked out, but knocked down.
Knocked down, yeah. Toadsworth says, "Be careful, Mario. These trolls are much stronger than Goombas." With then instead of than. So we still have some mistakes left, Andre. I'm sure you're happy to see.
Yeah.
Did you just beat your meat?
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. More mistakes, yes. Gonna make me coom. Also, for some reason, this line here is really reminiscent of the CDI Mario lines to me. It's like you've seen the Hotel Mario where it's like, I made lots of spaghetti. It's like, these trolls are much stronger than Goombas. It's like silly that this could slide right into the Hotel Mario for this the Philips CDI.
I got you. I know what you mean.
Mario sees what he thinks is a troll and engages his flame hands as he says, "Hey, stop right there, troll." And it's a pretty good perspective shot. Although it looks almost like rotoscoped.
It looks like he's...
with like the proportions. Because the proportions are like realistic arm proportions, and Mario doesn't, or he hasn't had that up until now.
No.
And then it's revealed that it is Pori who has come.
Yeah, but I do love the shot when he's engaging his flame hands, because it looks like he's fucking telling it to the trees.
It does.
To the tree
we just see
there.
a tree in front of him as he engages his realistically rotoscoped flame hands, and he's like, "Stop right there, villainous scum," to the tree.
Stop right there, tree! Don't you dare take root! You've already taken root!
Burns it down. Hell yeah. That's a Newgrounds cartoon I would watch.
Hell yeah. Ah, fuck. I saw like Oni plays when I play Newgrounds games, and I just fucking love the window into Newgrounds.
Yeah, it's so
like the past.
so good. Especially looking at like those old ones created in like 2001, and like the ones that created right around like 9/11, where they're like, "Fuck terrorists! Here's a game where you can shoot Osama bin Laden." It's so interesting.
Yeah, no, but I because there's something about like, there's just something about finding really old shit on Newgrounds.
Yeah, it's
that is so magical compared to, the newer creations. Because now everything is kind of, high quality.
yeah, it's kind of good nowadays, but not back then.
Like back then, back when I was a kid, the best quality you could get on Newgrounds was usually like the porn games.
True, yeah, because those were usually made by like a company or something. Everything else in Newgrounds
like
was
Meat and Fuck.
Yeah, everything else in Newgrounds was made by like individuals, but the porn games, there was actually a team working together to make the perfect porn game.
Exactly. You got fucking Sontan or Sonsama.
Yeah, he's still going.
Whatever the fuck.
Yeah, the fucking viral Anka thing was a year ago.
Oh yeah, was that him?
That was him.
Of her doing the sexy dance or whatever?
Well, it's not a dance.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, no, well, I mean, dance was a part of it though, right?
No, the dance is the censored version of it. The original video is just Anka like fucking somebody to the rhythm of Camel by Camel, and it's a great video. But well, it's super well animated and the music is awesome, and I've cooed many times looking at it.
I mean, I fucking remember, I think the first exposure I had to Zone was the Teen Titans Slated.
Yeah, that was me too.
Yeah.
Man. That was a long time ago.
Good times.
Good times. Yeah, that was high quality stuff. Newgrounds. Ain't everything by everyone. That was the thing, wasn't it?
Yep.
Alright, so it's revealed that it is Pori who has come, yet another character we haven't seen in a long time. And Pori says, "Long time no see. I have no hostile intentions. I'm actually here to help you."
Yeah.
So,
super mysterious. Super fucking...
yeah,
I just farted.
Like we said before, Pori is one of the most mysterious characters. We have no idea whose side he's actually on, or if he's just on his own side, and his background as well. And what's his deal? Very mysterious.
I mean, that's the thing. Pori is too uniquely designed to not be like a much bigger bad, or at least such a equally big bad to Troll King.
Yeah, we learn a little bit about more Pori's true nature later in the more recent chapters. But yeah, he's still fairly mysterious within the comic, even current day. Alright, next page. So we get a close-up on Mario on the same pose from last page, and now he looks less rotoscoped, but now his arms are like too long. He looks like one of the long arms from One Piece, one of the long arm clan.
Yeah, fucking Scratchman Apu.
Yeah, like Scratchman Apu, or I mean, there's many long
I
arm
fucking
people.
love his design. I love him.
I just love Oda's art in general. He always makes strange-looking people who are somehow still badass. I love how in Oda it's like whenever there's like a new character reveal, it's either the most goofiest motherfucker you've ever seen or like the most badass motherfucker you've ever seen.
Absolutely.
There's no in between. There's no like kinda goofy or kinda badass. It's either super badass or super goofy. Like I remember when that fucking Kappa guy in the Wano arc was revealed. It was like he was in shadow for so many chapters. Like, oh shit, who will this guy come out? And he's the goofiest motherfucker. And then with King, he was like, oh, who will this guy be? He'll probably have a goofy face. And then he comes out and he's the coolest motherfucker. So,
yeah.
Always one and the other. But it's always based. Hell yeah.
Absolutely. So, we get a little flashback of Mario's first meeting with Shadow and Pori.
Yeah, so Mario says, you were that troll that was talking to Shadow. It was when me and him first met. Actually it should be him and I, so kind of cringe. He says, what a damn fool, but Mario's the true fool for doing such an obvious grammatical mistake.
Yeah.
So yeah, we get a flashback, only... Okay, so none of them are redrawn except for the first frame of Mario, who's now like a big like kawaii Mario. He clearly redrew this Mario hair, and he says, which of one of you troll Toad? And then, like we remember in chapter 2, Pori says,
he trolled your friend.
Yeah, pointing to Shadow.
What?
Says Shadow, and then Mario threw the fireball at Shadow. But haven't we learned that Mario actually knew who Shadow was before? So why would he believe Pori?
Yeah, like Mario's a fucking retard.
I guess that's the only explanation. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's a psychopath, straight up.
That is true. He is a straight psycho. Mario says, yes, you're a troll. I don't take help from trolls, so this is the end for you. Sorry. Well, not really. Actually impressive here. There was a U apostrophe R-E. Very impressive. Wow. And I wrote, soon we won't need to talk about grammar, syntax, or spelling. It's a new world, though there might still be some semantics, winky face. Thank you, pass me, for those notes.
Laserbot, please start sucking again. Right, just for me. No, sucking. I mean, I'm sure Laserbot fucks.
Definitely.
I mean, he gets all of the Tails gets pussy, or whatever.
Yes. TGP.
He gets a
Tails gets
trussy.
pussy. TGP.
Yeah.
We got him. Alright, so Pori turns it back on Mario saying, have you seen me troll anyone so far?
No. Have you trolled anyone in your lifetime, Mario?
Cut to fucking a shocked looking Mario. And
remembering that time he trolled.
Yeah. I love that troll is capitalized like it's like the 8th deadly sin or something. Have you seen
Absolutely, dude.
Troll with big T.
Okay, look. There is wrath, pride, sloth, greed, lust, envy, gluttony, and then
Trolling.
troll.
Yeah.
And among all of the 8 deadly sins, troll is by far the most powerful, because it is everywhere.
So true. Probably within the Tails Gets Trolled universe, that's probably true, because God and the devil are like important characters.
Yeah.
So one of the deadly sins probably is trolling. And yeah, we basically get like a Vietnam flashback of Mario saying, "You mad, bro?" as he escaped the wrath of the troll slayers. So literally, Mario trolling.
Hypocrite Mario.
Hypocrite Mario. Mario, though, like the biblical Peter, denies it, saying it doesn't matter if Pori is a troll or not. He's a part of the trolls group, which means he would never take assistance from him.
Motherfucker, you are a troll, Mario. You trolled. You do not get here. You do not get to here. You do not get to. You do not. Whatever.
Bitches who throw stones must be stoned, or whatever they said in the Bible.
Thank you. Let he who is without sin cast the first stone.
Exactly.
View must be great from the glass house of his.
Yeah, Mario, a big hypocrite.
Yeah.
And being kind of cringe right now.
Yeah, but Pori just using fucking logic. If trolls were here, do you really think they would send me here to have a civil conversation with you? Yeah. If you haven't forgotten, you're not really on Troll King's good side. He would be dead by now if I were an actual troll. Fucking facts!
Yeah. Marketplace of Ideas. We're right here, and Mario has been destroyed within it.
Yes.
And
lucky for you, I'm not an actual troll, but a spy. I have been spying for the Defenders for some time now. The Defenders are a group of people devoted to protecting the families and children who can't protect themselves. Fucking based! Fucking Cheeto Man! God tier character, greatest guy in the fucking show, in the fucking series.
Now, if that were true, that would be based, but I call cap because we've never once seen them do this.
Okay, so what do you know that I don't?
I don't know, right. But I just know I've never seen them protect any families or children who can't protect themselves. Okay. All the fucking Defenders have done is stay in their fucking manhole and like train tails and like be angry at each other and smoke weed.
Alright, so what? The Defenders is a lie? King Pac-Man is just like deceiving everyone?
Well, King Pac-Man, he has a tragic backstory.
Okay, I love that clearly I'm onto something here, but you're still trying, or are you just, no, okay, because you know that I'm sussing this out, so you're fitting me, you're making me think that I'm now wrong or dead right, and, oh fuck.
Or am I? It's the mind games that bring me to Tailskit's podcast. This entire podcast is just an excuse so I can play with your fucking brain and gaslight you 5 times more than I did before.
I really don't know, because I think right now you're bullshitting me, but also I think you're actually telling the truth, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, and that's how I like to exist. I like to exist in this space where nobody knows if what I say is the truth or a lie. In a world of post-irony, where the ironic can be truth, but also not at all. Hell yeah. Mario, he says he doesn't trust Pori either way, and rightfully so. Pori just came out of nowhere and was like, no, bro, you can totally trust me.
That's fair.
But then Pori retorts, saying he didn't expect to gain Mario's trust right away, and he's going to share some info he's learned to earn his trust, it seems. And Mario is like, fine, just get it over with. And this is where Pori drops an absolute bombshell. Well, multiple. Number 1, he reveals that Shadow and his species live a lot longer than humans, and that Shadow is actually double the age of Mario. And that Shadow was a former troll, which we know, but that was actually 20 to 30 years ago, before Mario's birth, inadvertently revealing that Mario's in his, 20s or something. Shadow's job within the troll organization was that of a troll recruiter, and Shadow was the one who recruited Cario, Mario's own father, to the trolls. So, Shadow has the original sin in Mario's terrible childhood.
I mean, Mario wouldn't have a childhood if his parents didn't meet at the fucking troll whatever.
It's unclear if Bleach was a troll that Cario met after.
That's true. That's absolutely true.
Or if they were already married and they got brainwashed into the troll cult, basically. So.
Yeah.
So next page.
Yep. So Mario clearly in disbelief.
Yeah, he hits the stages of grief, going into denial, calling Pori a liar. Yeah. Then he also goes into anger, screaming that there isn't proof, and if there isn't proof, you better shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah. What are the stages of grief? They're denial, anger,
bargaining. So denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance.
Yes.
Yeah. So he goes from denial to anger. So next should be bargaining, I suppose. Let's see if he's bargaining. Everything is ruined. Everything is being destroyed. Okay, no, it's totally fine. I lied. So Pori says that he's sorry. Turned Canadian there. And then Mario needed to know. Which, did he really? I don't think he needed to know that.
No, he didn't. These are mind games.
Yeah, no, this makes me question, what is Pori's game here? Because Mario did not give a fuck about Shadow up until this point, where he was only focused on killing the trolls, but now his...
You want to know what else is a mind game?
What? That makes no fucking sense. You just cracked open a beer, that's not a mind game.
But is it a beer?
That's a mind game. That's not a mind game, Sleepy Joe. I'm calling you out. So now Mario's anger is being pointed towards Shadow instead through this revelation of Pori's. So it seems that Pori is like trying to get Mario and Shadow to like kill each other off, maybe.
Yeah.
It's,
well, I mean, you're jumping ahead a little bit because Mario's still fully denying it. He goes back to anger again. But then...
Well, he's bargaining.
I had a feeling you wouldn't believe me.
No, this is literally bargaining because he's like...
Yeah, it's bargaining.
He's like, give me proof.
Yeah. I had a feeling you wouldn't believe me. That is why I attained ATTAINED. Obtained?
Yeah.
This photo. Here, you may keep it. That should be more than enough proof for you, Mario. Take a look and see it for yourself. Oof. Yes, Laserbot, you're fucking on fire.
My favorite Laserbot mistakes is where he mistakes one word for another.
Yeah.
This is one of those. He attained a photo instead of obtaining it. Like, attaining something is like attaining a goal. Not an object. My favorite, I've said before, is there's no... it is no quintessence that we meet today instead of coincidence.
Yeah.
Like, quintessence is not a word anybody ever says, even though it technically is a word. Pori gives Mario a picture as proof, featuring a seemingly drunk Cario holding a bottle and Shadow smirking while doing what I assume he intended to be like the rock and roll devil horns, but the thumb is sticking out, which actually means...
So it's a Spider-Man.
No, that actually means I love you in English Sign Language.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So who is Shadow saying I love you to? Who does he love? Fan theories, come on. Let's build them. They're also posed outside what looks to be
Probably
Cario. Maria. Yeah, they're posed outside what looks to be Cario and Bleach's home, which we see the Mario flashback in Chapter 7.
Well, here's what I will say. Can you really blame Shadow for Cario just being a miserable alcoholic? Because he seems like he was an alcoholic before he became a troll.
We have no way of knowing that.
I'm just, pushing the blame on alcoholism on the victim.
Good. We'd love to see it. So yeah, Mario says, why do all this? What's the point of this? And then Pori tries to explain himself. He says, as a spy for the trolls for so many years, I'm able to see the whole Picutre. You and your brother's lives, brother capitalized for some reason, were ruined by the trolls, starting off from your horrible parents. All your efforts to cast revenge has backfired. I thought it would be good for you to know how it all started. I believe you will win and defeat the trolls. I call bullshit, man. I call freaking bullshit on Pori. Because if you wanted him to kill the trolls, you would have just done nothing. And then Mario would have gone to kill the trolls. Now Mario's just going to go kill Shadow.
Yeah.
So, Pori, what's your fucking deal? I want to know.
I'm thinking that Pori is pretty much on the level with the Troll King, honestly.
He might be. He might be triple agent.
That's no. Like on powers and everything. I think he's on the same level of power as Troll King, except he doesn't have the words of death, which is probably his biggest disadvantage.
But he doesn't seem interested in them either, and he has that like weird like cave where he has like experiments in it. So what's the deal with that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, but that's because he's clearly confident enough that he can just lie to the Troll King.
Yeah.
Which is like, even Alex watches himself, although I think Alex is pretty fucking pathetic, honestly.
Well, Alex is scared of the Troll King's power, but he just wants to learn the words of death so he can overthrow him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Pori does not seem scared of Troll King, really.
No, he doesn't.
So that's why I think Pori is probably, like, he's out for himself. I'm calling it now.
Might be true. Or he has some sort of, like, grander scheme that he's a part of.
Yeah.
Maybe he's a secret neutral or something. I don't know.
Oh, that would have been awesome. Oh.
Pori, he says, well, I've been gone for far too long. I must be on my way. Wish you luck and hope that Shadow doesn't ruin anything else. We will meet again, Mario. And then we get a damn you, Shadow, from Mario as we cut to a meanwhile where we cut to Troll King, we also haven't seen in a long time. Not since chapter 10, I believe. So,
oh, dang.
If we remember, he's been searching for the words of death so he can teach them to the man in the ice once he awakens, because that's what he has got his scientists doing, trying to awaken the man in the ice, who, for some reason, Troll King, even though it's like his best friend, doesn't even know his name, just calls him the man in the ice. Very strange. And Alex
is... It could be like Voldemort, where he's so afraid of him he won't say his name.
What would Troll King be afraid of his old friend?
Ah, maybe his old friend was like a real renegade.
Going to all the coolest parties? Being a freaking maverick?
I don't know.
Yeah, might be true. We don't really know anything about the man in the ice, other than we saw him in the flashback killing a bunch of people. And yeah, while Troll King has been looking for the words of death, Alex has been trailing him because Alex wants to learn the words for himself and depose the Troll King and become the new leader of the trolls. Troll King is seemingly camping using 2 tents for some reason, or he just found the 2 tents in the jungle and is using them. And Troll King is just talking to himself, seemingly saying, they hid the words of death really well. It's much more challenging to find them than I first expected. We need to search more thoroughly. Cut to next page.
Next page.
So we see Alex is hiding behind a nearby boulder. Very fortuitous of this boulder. And in the thought bubble he says that he's craving a smoke, but he can't smoke because that would give his position away. So, tough times for Alex.
Fucking hell, I want to smoke.
Travis the bird asks Troll King why the sky is red. And Alex says, who cares? It's a nice change of scenery. And that blue is a pansy color. Based?
I love the color blue, don't you fucking...
Blue is the most overrated color. And
No,
also,
blue- okay,
before,
well, I guess
before
I
World
love-
War II, it was a girl's color, so take that.
So?
Get destroyed. I've
I guess...
emasculated you, Andre. You can't win now.
No, you haven't, because I don't give a shit. Emasculation only works if I have anything to emasculate, and I don't.
True. Cell phone. Baby, we love to hear it.
Yeah. And also, I guess my favorite color isn't blue, it's cyan, which is...
Yeah, well, it's just light blue.
Yeah.
Come on, at least pick turquoise, has some green in it. Green is way more based in blue.
Or maybe my favorite color is purple, actually.
Now, purple, that's a base color. I will accept purple as a good choice.
It's either cyan or purple.
Alright.
I can't decide.
Whenever I see cyan, I want to take cyanide. Because it's such an
do
overused color.
Do it, pussy!
I will. Next time I see it, I'll take cyanide. And happiness.
You fucking pussy.
So Troll King drops some Guardians lore on us, saying that the red sky is likely due to a battle having to do with the Guardians, as they change the environment when they get into battle. The Guardians are apparently brainless animals, yet very powerful. And I just like that we get all this info about the Guardians after the chapter is literally titled The Guardians Part 1 and 2, where we really didn't discuss the Guardians at all. But now it's like, remember the Guardians?
Laserbot is just based like that, okay? He's a fucking mad lad.
That's true.
I mean, would you ever expected this chapter to be the one that actually describes the Guardians? No, you wouldn't. So you're like, oh, no, holy fuck, it makes sense now. Holy shit.
Oh, I saw his face. I pointed the screen. I go, oh, he explained it.
Yeah, you just go like Leo from the fucking meme. You're like, oh, right there.
I just go, I think Laserbot is secretly Ryan Johnson, because he loves taking expectations and being like, no. Subverting expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like Star Wars Episode 8. The best one. I know it's your favorite.
Absolutely. I mean, what's not to love about fucking everything? Come on.
Yeah.
Captain Holdo.
Yeah. Admiral Holdo is my favorite character.
Admiral Holdo. Yeah. I mean, Poe's, justified outburst and mutiny. Come on.
And emasculation.
Hell yeah.
It's so filled with entertaining stuff. So we see that Bluebird is here for some reason. He's one of the trolls that was a part of the Underbite troll apartment raid. And he just pops out of nowhere. I guess the second tent was for him. And he asks if all the guardians changed the scenery. And the Troll King...
Two trolls sleeping in the tents 5 feet apart because they're not gay.
Thank you for the classic Vine reference.
You know who made that Vine?
No.
Anthony Padilla from Smosh.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I never knew that.
Yeah, me neither. Until he, fucking... what was it? Because there was this movie called 5 Feet Apart or something like that, which he says directly ripped off his Vine, all tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah.
But it's like Colin or Dylan Sprouse playing opposite this girl, and they're both terminally ill, and they can't be within 5 feet because then they'll kill each other with the sicknesses or whatever. Yeah. And he's just like, this clearly ripped off my Vine.
That's actually funny.
All tongue-in-cheek, but I fucking love how the length he would go to make it seem like it was serious.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, the Smosh guy is being actually funny.
I know. It fucking happens once in a blue moon.
Yeah. Yeah, so Bluebird asks, all guardians change the scenery? Troll King then says that if there are multiple guardians in the same area, the strongest one's scenery-changing ability takes precedent, and he also says that he learned it from the guys who taught him the words of death, but they won't be any help now, as he seemingly betrayed them and used their words for personal gain. Yeah, we know from Laserbot Q&A's that the people who teach people the words of death are what's called the Tribe of Words. It's a bunch of people who have a sacred ritual in order to get the words, and that you choose the word yourself.
Nice.
Yeah, so Troll King picked the N-word and cunt, and all the other words we're bound to see. And if you're pure of heart, the words of death instead turn into the words of life.
Yeah.
So hopefully that happens in the future. That would be based.
I mean, who would be pure of heart? I mean, Tails? Maybe? But
he's
also
pure enough.
Tails... yeah, it's like, yeah, whatever.
He's at least heroic.
Yeah.
He's not that morally grey.
No. He's just a pussy, though.
He's not that much of a pussy. Or, well, he did cry, but... He's he's getting...
a fucking...
He's getting better.
He cried like a faggot, okay? He cried like a little faggot.
Great stuff.
I'm pure of heart.
No, man. You're going straight to hell.
So are you.
Travis questions Troll King, asking if the words of death are going to be used so the man in the ice can help take down Shadow and his crew, which Troll King answers in the affirmative. After which Travis asks if they couldn't just hunt down and kill Shadow now, which is a good point. Troll King...
Yeah, me too,
yeah.
This is so fucking stupid of Troll King. He clearly knows that he can take Shadow out anytime he wants, but he just fucking doesn't, because for some goddamn fucking reason, he's just like...
Well, Troll King says that Shadow would be able to escape, after which Travis asks why the Troll King won't just use a word on death of him, like a surprise attack, and kill him then and there. And Troll King responds saying, "Listen, Travis, it's a much more complex situation than that. It's hard to explain. For one, there's a reason why I can only use the words of death in drastic situations. It isn't a flawless attack. It has backfires." I love using that as a noun. It has a cost for using it. And for Shadow, I have something special in mind for him. And when the time is right, he will die. First of all, it's not that much more complex. It's not complex to explain. You could just say that when you use the words of death, you shorten your lifespan. That's all that happens.
Yeah.
You could say that in literally one sentence. It's not that difficult.
But then again, Troll King has lived for 1,000 years? He lived since Viking Ages or something.
The Middle Ages, yeah.
Yeah, Middle Ages, just being a bridge troll. So I don't think shortening your lifespan is that much of an issue for him, especially if he's like a troll, like a literal troll. Because trolls in like Nordic mythology, they were just immortal, I think.
Yeah. Well, they could be killed by sunlight, but they won't die naturally.
Well, sure. Yeah, they won't die from old age or anything like that. So really, it doesn't fucking matter if he... Of course, if he is just a troll, like, of Nordic mythology or whatever, which I think he is.
He's a bridge troll, which comes from the story of, the 3 goats crossing the bridge.
Yeah.
Which means, yes, that's H.C. Andersen, I think.
Yeah. So he's fucking immortal. So why the fuck do you care, idiot?
Well, maybe he's not actually immortal. Maybe his reckoning will come. He just doesn't know how old he can become, so he's like kind of trepidatious about using the words.
Yeah, maybe he's waiting for the oldest goat to come back and fuck him up.
What if that is what happens? Like, they're like fighting the Troll King, and then all of a sudden, like a big, like badass goat shows up, and it's like, "I'm back for revenge, motherfucker!" And Troll King's like, "Oh fuck!"
The fucking goat is just ripped on Tren and shit, and he's just like.
Roided goat.
And Troll King's just like, "Oh fuck, wait, let's talk about this," and the goat just rips him up from hole to hole.
That would be awesome. Fucking goat ex machina.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be best. But yeah, I wonder what his plan is for Shadow. He clearly has something in mind. Travis then says, "The words of death has its downs." So you're saying the words of death has its downsides, which is wrong. It's wrong, and syntactically, downsides. It's sort of a clausal statement implying there would be a but or something coming before it, but it stands as its own here.
Yeah.
English teacher moment. It has side effects and weaknesses. Well, I have no doubt that whatever you have planned for Shadow will end up to be glorious, sir. So, fucking ass kisser. Cut to the next page. Travis says, "I do enjoy kissing your ass, sir."
Yes! Yes! Homoerotica, the best part of Tales Gets podcast.
Hell yeah. So Travis questions why Troll King uses the word of death on Luigi as he was already cornered, and Troll King answers that he felt it was a time where he needed to establish his superiority, clearly means superiority, and dominance, and show everybody who was boss. It's clear in one of those moments where Laserbot is trying to justify his later retcons, where it's clear that Laserbot came up with the idea that there's a reason why Troll King doesn't just like spam the words of death all the time after the fact.
Yep.
But I don't think this retcon here was necessary, because I reread the chapter just to be sure, but Luigi wasn't really cornered. He had severed one of Troll King's arms, and he had a secret weapon in a star at the ready. He was about to use the star, which we've seen can like kill the Troll King, and Troll King had called in reinforcements, but Luigi was still the one in control. So using the word of power in that situation was totally justified, I think.
And also, because now it makes, the trolls seem like just a disorganized bunch of fucking hooligans.
Yeah.
That Troll King couldn't even rein in, which explains why they're out trolling and all that shit.
Yeah.
Since Troll King just wants to be alone, it would make more sense for him to be like, "Hey, maybe don't go around trolling, because I sort of fucking just got trolled, and I literally went to war with a kingdom over it."
True. Yes.
So it just makes him look like a fucking moron in a way, in like a very big roundabout way, that he knows he has no control over his trolls, yet he's still like wondering why the fuck people are killing trolls when they're just out bothering people like he was bothered. When he knows what his nuclear response was.
I think Troll King or Laserbot is sort of going for this like archetype of the one in power. Once they get the power, they become just as bad as the people they were in power before.
Absolutely.
Which has a historical fact behind it as well. So,
there's a historical precedent.
Historical precedent. So, I think that's what Laserbot is going for, where he hated trolling, but now he sort of allows it.
Not only does it allow it, he funded his whole kingdom on it.
Basically, yeah. Well,
what a fucking moron.
Back in the day, it was just called being a dick. trolling is a new concept that
Yeah.
Troll King invented based on his own name.
Yeah.
But it's the same shit. It's
Yeah.
like when neo-Nazis are like, no, we're not Nazis, even though they're just Nazis.
Yeah, they're absolutely Nazis. I mean, what's funny is that Hitler would probably disown most neo-Nazis.
What do you mean?
Like, because most neo-Nazis are, first of all, fat, out of shape, just generally
That's
the
true.
worst examples of the white race. They have no chin and shit.
Chinless. Yeah.
I'm just thinking about that fucking panel from Preacher. Was like, why is it that all the greatest examples, no, all the great proponents of the white race always turns out to be the worst examples of it?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you. What are you talking about? Where's your fucking chin? I fucking love that.
So true. Yeah, I love Garth
Like-
Ennis.
Yeah.
Cynical as he is.
Yeah, I mean, The Boys is a fucking travesty,
I mean, it's just a
but I love it.
cynical attempt at trolling, essentially.
It is such a fucking edgy for the sake of being edgy comic.
Yeah. Discussed this many times on the podcast before, however.
Yeah. And I will keep fucking shitting on Garth Ennis.
No, he wrote a bunch of great shit. Punisher Max and Preacher are both great. Amazing effect.
Punisher Max, I don't like. Okay. I don't like what he did with Frank Castle, because Frank Castle is basically like, it was relieving that my family died because now I can finally be myself. It's just like, what the fuck is no?
Well, he's sort of trying to dive into the psyche of Frank
Sure,
Castle.
but it's complete character assassination, I would say.
I disagree, because it's sort of a recontextualization of the character where, on the one hand, all he's doing is basically revenge for his family, but on the other hand, he's sort of relieved that his family died, because before his family died too, you know, he was in war, and he saw the horrors of war, and he sort of like got thrown into Vietnam, and he almost kind of liked it. So he's like in two minds.
Sure, but that is also, I think,
It's just trying to add.
authors.
It's just trying to add some depth to his character.
Yeah, and I like the depth he's adding. I just don't think he's executing well on it, because he makes Frank Castle seem like he's genuinely just enjoying his new life.
That's not true at all. Have you even read Punisher Max? That's not true at all.
Yes, I have.
He does not enjoy it.
No, but that's what it's. To me, it seems like it. It seems like he's actually like, I don't know. I just feel like other authors sort of took the idea and went with it better afterwards.
I've never read Punisher run better than his run on it.
All right, fair enough. I'll read it again.
It's great. But obviously, you can have your own opinion on it if you're so cringe
Can I?
that you don't listen to me, who has all the correct opinions.
You fucking. Anyway.
Yeah, so Alex also uses the nominalized backfires, and he wonders what sort of negative effects the words of death can have, and he also plots to kill Troll King in his sleep, as that's the only time he'll be vulnerable. Which makes sense, I suppose.
I mean, if his skin is as tough as he says, does that just turn off when he sleeps? Like,
Maybe.
he seems like he's pretty much indestructible, aside from a few things like the sun, like the star and shit, and the fires that, or I guess Luigi did tear off his arm with a hammer.
Yeah. I guess
Yeah.
maybe it's like a crocodile from One Piece thing, where he's not that good of a devil fruit user initially, where he basically has to like activate his ability of turning into sand, and he's just like trained his reflexes into automatically turning into sand when he gets shot at once. But you could take him by surprise and punch him without him turning into sand automatically. But people like Akainu, they will just like turn into lava regardless if they're paying attention or not.
True.
Because they've a higher level of devil fruit user.
Yeah.
So maybe it's thinking like
Yeah,
that, where
that's-
he Troll King has to be aware to sort of activate his like unpenetrable skin. So when he got taken
I
unaware
guess
by
so.
Luigi, that's how he was able to cut off his arm.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's like a combat mode in a way.
Yeah, or just like being aware of your surroundings.
Yeah. This is interesting. So
Good analysis.
Yeah, you had a good analysis this time. Holy fuck.
I always have a good analysis.
I'm just like, usually I'm the guy with the theory. That's the thing.
That's true.
Now, so Bluebird.
Yeah, Bluebird interjects. He says, "Wait, there's something I don't get. Why are you so obsessed with Shadow anyways? I mean, he killed some non-important troll, so the fuck what? They're just baddies again. If they died like that anyways, it's not like he tore off your arm like Luigi lol. Shadow hasn't done anything to you, he's just a fucking noob."
I mean, it's true though.
He's basically just spitting facts with his Hitler hairdo.
Yeah, but I guess he just destroyed Troll King with facts and logic, because Troll King was like, he couldn't find a way to verbally resolve this, so he just resorts to straight up grabbing him by the neck and popping his head off.
Yes, he squeezes his head so hard that first his eyes like start popping out, and then he squeezes his entire neck off.
Yeah.
And Bluebird dies horribly.
The fucking based violence first, answers later.
Yes.
First resort violence, yes please, baby.
The old Kratos way of doing things.
Oh yeah.
Or young Kratos, I suppose.
Yeah, young Kratos. Yeah, no, old Kratos is finally deep and meaningful, unlike the old young Kratos.
Yes, I will write an article about this right now.
Yes. Yeah, no, God of War was always deep.
God of War was always deep, you cowards.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you. God of War was always great, and every single game in that series has been great.
Yeah. Like, I'll just say this. If you just think of God of War as a Greek tragedy in a video game, you can understand how it is much more thought-provoking than it first seems.
Yeah, it is a Greek tragedy, literally.
Yeah, it is.
And then it turns into a Norse tragedy.
Yeah. Well, Norse aren't really tragedies. They're more like, I guess, philosophical lessons or...
moral lessons, yeah.
Yeah, there's more hope at the end of a Norse story.
I mean, not Ragnarok.
Well, not Ragnarok, but like, I mean, the general stories. It's not like the Greek where it's always gonna turn out shit.
Suppose. Yeah, there's a couple of sad stories, but usually they're more jovial.
Yeah. It's like fucking the story of Thor when he's finding Jotunheim, and he just has like, what is it? He literally wrestles time/old age.
Yes.
He then tries to lift the Midgard serpent, and then he drinks the oceans almost bone dry. Like,
that's his best.
Yeah, there is a fucking underlying comedic element in that entire story that I think the Vikings were fully aware of was funny.
Well, I think the Vikings were just like, yo, our gods are based. This is the shit they're up to.
Yes. Yeah. Yo, they just like heard about the Greek gods, and then they were like, well, our gods fucking drank the ocean dry, bitch. In 3 gulps.
The Norse gods are actually a kind of adaptation of the Greek gods. You can track down how the Greek gods sort of influenced that eventually became the Norse gods. It's just like Greek gods to fit like the Viking lifestyle. That's why they changed to be more, how the Norse gods are.
Nice.
But yeah, they are direct influenced by the Greek gods.
Oh, dude. I remember, the mythology guy, he's on YouTube, he did like, every inaccuracy in the Hercules movie, every inaccuracy in God of War games and shit.
No, I haven't seen that.
Okay, well, it's like, he's like a mythology expert, or I think a professor actually.
Yeah.
And it's all tongue-in-cheek, like, it's not like he's seriously fucking frothing at the mouth over this, he's just...
He's angry.
Yeah, no, he's just like, taking a piss.
Yeah.
But he takes the piss so much out of all religion.
Yeah.
And especially, and including the pagans, but I love that the most hate comments he got are from pagans. Like, as a proud pagan, I am very insulted how you treated my gods.
Okay. That is strange.
And he just read like a fucking comment who was requesting that he make more fun of Christians. Yeah. And he was just like, dude, I make more fun of Christians than anybody else. Alright? I rarely, if ever, mock pagans. I just think the stories are hilarious on some occasions. And it's just like, it fucking blows my mind that someone can seriously be a pagan taking just lighthearted jokes that seriously.
I guess the fucking Wicca witches are dead serious about their fucking burying totem rituals and shit.
Well, Wicca witches are also fucking batshit insane.
Usually,
but
yes.
I bet it's great pussy.
I mean, it seems that way.
I mean, the hot to crazy ratio and all of that.
Yeah,
and
they,
you know
they probably have like some sex rituals and shit. They're kinky as fuck.
Yeah, hell yeah. Anyway.
So this page basically ends by Alex thinking, no hard feelings, but I'ma kill you, Troll King, and take control of the Troll Empire, and my plan to kill Shadow and the gang is a lot more effective than your plan.
It would be so great if Alex shows up to kill Shadow and Shadow just shoots him in the fucking head immediately. Just
that'd be great.
Bang.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, no, I'm not gonna spoil. Alex just recently showed up again in the most recent pages, and it was awesome. Alright, next page.
Yeah.
So, Troll King then engages in some small talk with Travis. He's just like, so, Travis, how's your observing serving you so far? And,
Well, I definitely find that all interesting, sir. I also like how you kill a blue guy.
Yeah.
I imagine that Travis speaks in a transatlantic accent. Well, I definitely find it interesting. All interesting, sir. I also like how you kill that blue guy.
That blue guy definitely
you can hear it, right?
Like my ex-wife. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
From old Hollywood.
So what accent is Troll King speaking? Texan.
Norse. Texan. No.
So Travis, as your observant serving you so far, I can't do Texan accents.
No, I just see Troll King as like the stereotypical, troll voice. Where you're like, oh, I'm a troll. I'm very based. Maybe it rolls as ours.
I picture a Scandinavian accent.
Wow.
So Travis, how's your observing serving you so far?
How's your freaking observing serving you so freaking far?
Yes.
I freaking love trolling because I'm from Scandinavia. I'm from Norway. I'm a Norwegian bridge troll. And I love going to Sweden and fucking all those bitches. Because I'm a Norwegian. I have white skin and blonde hair and blue eyes. Yeah.
Dude, I fucking played Among Us.
Among Us, yeah.
Yeah, and I was in a crew, in a lobby with pretty much only Scandinavians.
Oof, cringe.
And we had we had a couple of English people jump into the fucking voice chat.
Yeah.
And all of us just started bullying him so hard because...
like they deserve.
Yeah, but I started. I was like, dude, my ancestors fucked up your ancestors. I'm pretty sure my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather probably stole away with your something great aunt.
Yeah, you fucking call shit windows and doors because of us losers.
Do I?
Yeah, window comes from the Norse. Like pretty much all words that have to do with like daily life come from Norse language.
Awesome.
So window and door and husband and wife and
nice.
meat, I believe too, and beef.
Oh
no, not
awesome.
beef. Beef is French. Forget.
But it was so funny because I remember I called him a bridge troll looking motherfucker at some point.
They called you that?
No, I called him that.
Why? They're English.
I don't know, because
you should call them
they're
like
English, and I was like,
King Charles sausage hand looking motherfucker.
Yeah, no, because this was just about how Vikings fucked up the gene pool by taking all the hot bitches.
Oh, that is true.
I also called them goblins. That was fun.
Yeah, those fucking Saxon goblins, get out of here.
Hell yeah.
Should have had some Scottish people, because people from Glasgow considered themselves so Norse that they call themselves Glaswegians.
Yeah, no, but it's very funny because... Well, because it's very funny, because when the Vikings were fucking around in England, so were the Scots. Because the Scottish did not get along with the English then, so they actually got along great with the Vikings, usually.
I mean, Glaswegians look extremely Norse.
Yeah. So I think Scotland is kind of honorary Nordic country.
Well, Norwegians, Swedes, and Danish people are part Celts, and that's what the Scottish people are, Celtic.
Yeah.
So we share a common ancestry.
Yeah.
Anyway, Trev says how he likes how Troll King killed the blue guy, Bluebird, and then Troll King responds good with a grin. Then we get a meanwhile, comma, back to Tails.
Woo!
So Tails,
And this is all still meanwhile.
yeah.
Everything is holy fuck.
Or we could assume it's a meanwhile. There's no reason for it to not be.
Well, I mean, like, it's not like there's any time discrepancy, is what I mean.
Yeah, it's not like it's dark now. Yeah, Tails just is being rude to Spyro for no fucking reason. He just goes, "Where did Cheeto Man run off to? And why did he leave me with you, Spyro?"
Well,
like
you
rude.
know, that's just like your opinion, man.
Spyro says that Cheeto Man and Spyro are Tails' bodyguards now, on Pac-Man's orders, likely due to the Ronald McDonald incident, and that Cheeto Man is doing a drug deal in the back room. Tails says, with a creepy expression on his face, says he's done waiting and he wants to go sit in on the drug deal, and says not to worry as he will keep his cool, and then he says he will be fly like a butterfly. Misquoting Muhammad Ali. He's the one who said
Yeah, no,
float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
You're not. If you say that you will be fly like a butterfly, you are the exact opposite of fly. You are a white guy.
Absolutely. You're literally fucking Offspring. You're
yes.
Fucking pretty fly for a white
Cringe
guy.
all the way.
Give it to me, baby. God, that song is so annoying. I've probably given out about it before.
Oh, dude, I remember you fucking... I remember I sent you a snap and you heard it in the background and you sent me like a fucking...
You were listening to it?
No, the song was just on. I don't remember where it was. But you sent me like a 2-minute tirade about Offspring and it was glorious.
I just remember that fucking song. That one and the fucking song that starts like la 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 la.
Self-esteem.
Well, that's also Offspring, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember those two songs from the fucking radio all the fucking time. There's the only two songs I felt was playing on the radio when I was a child, and I was like, Jesus Christ, this is the most annoying fucking band ever created.
Really? Even more annoying than Kiss?
Yeah, because I like Kiss's songs.
Fair enough.
And, you know, they're way better at marketing themselves, the Offspring. I'm sure the fucking singer of Offspring is dead in a ditch somewhere.
I felt... Well, let's look it up real quick, because I don't know.
The singer of Offspring. Remember their logo, too? It's like a flaming skull.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's the most generic logo.
Oh my god, half the members are dead.
Really? Oh my god.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, let's see. They only have one original member left.
Is that the singer?
That's Dexter Holland.
Yeah, that's the singer, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Lead vocals, lead guitar, not rhythm guitar.
2017, he attained a PhD in molecular biology.
Holy fuck!
Wow. He was a valedictorian,
Jesus.
God. Yeah, I'm not surprised. This guy is the most, like, fucking Californian, you know, rich white kid ever. Who was like, Mom, give me a record contract. It's like, okay, we're super rich. We're gonna give you one of those.
Gotcha.
Yeah. His,
still, I mean...
His musical influences are Aerosmith, The Beatles, Sex Pistols, Kiss, The Ramones, Kiss, Bob Marley. Oh, yeah, I suppose. The Queen and the Rolling Stones. If you're even a percentage as good as any of these, we would not have to have this conversation right now.
No, okay, and let's move on, because you know who Tails finds when he's checking on a drug deal? Fucking Knuckles!
Yes, because the weed deal is between Cheeto Man and Knuckles. As we've established, Cheeto Man is Knuckles' dealer. We cut to a scene of Cheeto Man explaining that his second highest quality weed is Banana Kush, which is $35 per dime.
Yeah, let's see,
Is that a good
so...
price? Weed expert Andre.
Let's see here, a dime bag I think is...
Probably like 10 grams,
like,
right?
Usually, no, 35 for 10 grams, that is a lot.
Well, dime means 10. That's why it's 10 grams.
Yeah, well, that is fucking cheap as hell.
Dime bag.
No, a dime bag is half a gram of marijuana. It costs about $10 usually. Yeah, that's about reasonable. So $35 for a dime, half a gram. That is.
So you're saying, Andre, 35 is a high price. So this is good shit.
Yeah,
this is good shit.
That is a lot. That is good shit. And also, you can kind of tell how good something is just by its name, because like the best weed has the dumbest fucking names like strawberry cheesecake or fucking lemon pie meringue.
And do they taste like these things, or?
When I was in Christiania, I don't remember what it was called, but it was called something orange, something. It smelled like oranges a little bit.
But it didn't taste like it?
By the way, Christiania is like a weed district in Denmark, in Copenhagen.
Yes.
That's like, I think it's a micronation, if I remember correctly, or like it is not a micronation, but it's like almost has its own fucking set of rules and shit. Like cops don't do any drug busts in there, despite the fact that they could make a payday from doing so.
Christiania was also the original name of Oslo.
Yes, I knew that.
Yeah, which is the capital of Norway. Don't say you don't learn fucking geography here on Telsky's broadcast.
Yeah, and before Oslo was the capital, it was Bergen.
True. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so we get the glorious return of the glorious reunion of Knuckles and Tails. Knuckles says he's happy to see Tails, saying he looks even more pimp than he remembers him.
Hell yeah.
So ever since chapter 1 or 2, these people have not seen each other, but now they're back together. And it's been...
Yeah, no, it's been a long fucking time.
It's been like 3 days or something.
What? No. Really?
Yeah, like the entirety of Tales Gets Trolled has only taken place over less than a week, I believe.
Oh my god, that is amazing.
But it feels so long, because so much has happened.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, no wonder fucking people are traumatized and shit. If all of that over 3 days, holy fuck.
Yeah. So Cheetah Man says
like,
he's been Knuckles' weed dealer for years, retconning the Roadrunner flashback scene we saw just a few chapters ago, where they pretended, or I guess they pretended they just didn't know each other.
Maybe. Maybe the cops get wise and shit.
He also said, in a callback, says that he sells Knuckles his smart weed. So this is where he went when he went to get his smart weed, so he could come up with a better plan. And Knuckles and Cheetah Man, they're pretty good friends. And he says, did you know that Knuckles once smoked out of a bong made out of a disco ball? It was so rad. This motherfucker knows how to smoke his weed, yo. Alright.
Well, I love that Cheetah Man is kind of just turning into a, like, fucking urban drug dealer. Like,
he always was. He was always speaking Ebonic.
Okay, sure. But what I love more is Knuckles asking...
Yes.
I forgot about this. I've already read the chapter, but I forgot about this.
Yeah.
Hey, does Tails smoke? And all capital letters
green.
In green with a fucking marijuana leaf next to it. Weed.
Yes. And the text is also like 3 times the size of the rest of it. It's just like massive text, like weed.
Like, hey, does Tails smoke? And I need to stress this: weed.
Yeah, no, I also love that final frame, ending off the page on a strong note.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
So next page.
Next page, and Cheetah Man is just fucking like,
Cheetah
yeah,
Man.
motherfucker, I hotboxed this bitch, and he's gonna natural comes to town. We were supposed to join us in someone's fucking pipe. Spyro, if you two hog this weed, I will kick you in the balls, son.
Yeah. So Cheetah Man says in a hilarious line that he hotboxed Tails, and he's been natural ever since, and natural at smoking weed. Like it's a talent or something.
I mean, it isn't.
And then... yeah, he says they're gonna smoke joints and some of this fucking pipe. Is that weed lingo, or are they straight gonna smoke like pipes like English gentlemen? Like, oh yes, here's a pipe.
No, you can smoke weed out of pipes actually. Although there are several types of it. You got like glass pipes. Yeah, it's actually a very common method to some use.
Like a classic like English gentleman with a mustache and top hat type pipe.
That is actually a way to smoke weed. Yeah.
I mean, you can smoke anything out of that because you just put the shit in there and burn it, but.
Yeah.
People do that.
But I've considered getting a pipe like that for weed, just because it sounds fun.
I mean, pipes look very fancy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna deny that.
And let's be fair. Like, if I smoke a pipe on the street and the cops pull me over, they're not gonna go, all right, you got some weed in there. No, they're gonna be like, ooh, fancy pipe.
No, they're gonna be like, dirty hipster and spit on you.
Or that. And I would enjoy it very much. Like the filthy pervert I am.
Yeah, so Spyro responds to Cheetah Man saying that if he hugs the weed, he's gonna kick him in the balls, son. He responds
Please,
saying,
I am too also
Yeah.
AWESOE to be intimidated. INTEMIDATED.
by such
Ooh.
words.
Yeah.
And anyways, that was a one-time deal, aight.
I do love the use of "ite." That is fucking.
Yeah,
Just because it's part of my normal vocabulary, really.
it's true. You do see aight.
Although I write, yeah, I say it with an A. "Ite."
Yes, that is the more common way of writing it. Yeah, another double O in 2. Wow, crazy.
What the fuck? Laserbot, you need to. We need more also and intimidated, so you don't just become a good writer.
He fixed the one thing, but then the rest of the bubble has like a billion mistakes in it. It balances it out. Tails is like, you know Spyro 2, Knuckles? And Knuckles like, yeah, he smokes with us a few times. Last time wasn't so great, but generally it's a good time. He also says that he's so glass. Tails joined the weed side. You don't know how long I waited for you to be part of a weed community.
There is no fucking weed community.
It's like saying, finally you're part of the alcohol community.
No, but I love the idea that the weed community is just like the LGBTQ, where you got a flag with a fucking marijuana bud.
Yeah, it's like
and it's just like people
orientation.
having parades. Yeah, it's like people going around in parades, smoking joints, and they're just like, it's okay, I'm part of the weed community.
It's a part of our culture in the weed community.
Yeah. And the cops can't do anything about it because of religious or discriminatory reasons. And they're just like, well, alright, I guess so.
Yeah, they should do that, actually.
Yeah. Make weed great again.
So, everybody gets one joint each, in addition to smoking from the communal bong. Knuckles says they need to clam bake the room, which, I believe is a word for hotboxing. I had to look it up. But, are you familiar with clam bake?
I've heard it before, but then again, it's also... I do believe it's hotboxing, because when you bake clams, you essentially just steam them inside their own shell. So I think... Like, if I remember correctly, like, the way you cook clams is essentially that they just get cooked inside their own shell. Which is kind of the same... Well, I mean, it is, but I also don't think they're alive when you do it, right?
I don't know. I don't know anything about cooking clams. I just eat that shit in clam chowder when I go to Boston.
Me neither. I don't like clams.
They're alright. They have pretty good clams in Hiroshima.
Yeah, I just don't like the consistency, because I've had clams that are very rubbery.
Well, they in Japan they fry clams.
Oh, that could... Maybe
and
that's better.
It's quite good. But,
yeah, cause,
fried chicken and shit is better, obviously. But not bad.
Yeah.
I have a clam once in a while.
I mean, like, fish is the vegetable of the meat world.
What
like,
the fuck does that mean? The actual fuck does that mean? You schizophrenic? I imagine you going in front, you like kicking down the door to a university classroom, and you're like, wait, listen. And everybody's like, what? Fish is the vegetable of the meat world. And then in your mind, you imagine everybody like looking at you and like doing a slow clap, like standing ovation. You're like, yes. Then in reality, security is kicking you out.
Fuck.
That's one for the Andre quotes.
I'm owning that. I don't have anything to say that will just make it immediately worse. But it's like, wait, okay, when you order a dish, you don't order it for the vegetables, right? And
unless
it's like,
you're
here's the
ordering
thing,
a vegan dish.
Sure, but fuck vegans, okay?
Hey.
They are not people, all right?
I'm drinking a vegan protein.
But are you a vegan?
No. But I'm
Alright, then
drinking
you're
a
good.
vegan protein.
Well, stop it!
No, but
Right now.
It's got lots of fibers and it's very low in calories. And,
No,
and
stop
high
it.
and high in protein.
Okay, anyway,
Yeah,
so...
you gonna expand on your thought, or you're just gonna drop it?
No, I think I just let it be a mystery what I meant with it.
All right, the great fish vegetable mystery.
What I mean is that, like, there are vegetable... Like, meat is just better than vegetables, and fish are, like... They barely qualify to be meat in the same range as, like...
But fish can be better than meat.
Beef. I'm sorry, is there A5 Wagyu fish? I don't think so, bitch.
I mean, no, but there is. I've had, especially when going to like Thailand, the fucking fish dishes in Thailand are fucking godly, and they're better than most steaks I've ever had in my life.
Oh, yeah, sure, fuck off.
It's true.
Not, okay, here's the thing. Yeah, but that is not because the fish itself is that good. It's because you have to over-prepare it to make it taste good.
Over-prepare it.
Yeah.
Also known as preparing it. Yeah, that's because you're a fucking stupid Norwegian who's like, all we need is salt and pepper.
No, I'm not! Okay? I drizzle lemon on that shit. I have fucking garlic. I have fucking... Sometimes I deep
add some
fry
fucking
it
spice,
with
you
tempura
idiots.
batter.
Add some fucking cumin. Add some fucking chili. Add some fucking fuck.
I do all of that, but let me tell you something. I can add all of that shit to chicken, and it tastes better, bitch.
That's just because you don't know the Thai ways of making that good fucking trout.
Fuck you!
You don't know the Thai trout.
Eat a dick!
I'm gonna slap you in the face with my Thai trout.
I'm gonna slap you in the face with my beef! Fucking 5 kilos of tenderloin! Right in your bitch horse slut mouth!
I was not impressed.
A5 Wagyu, bitch!
Alright. We know you're a beef pervert.
Alright, look, I would shove A5 Wagyu up my ass.
Okay.
Alright, so anyway, Cheetah Man goes.
Don't know why you admitted that, but you realize this is going out to hundreds of people.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
You realize I've been live streaming this, and this is playing in front of Congress right now.
So what? Hey, Congress, give me some A5 Wagyu. Alright? I'll make my special little butt truffle.
Butt truffle? Butt truffle. Alright, so Doug then comes in saying he wants to join, even though apparently he was a bitch and overdramatic last time. Which, I wonder what happened last time, because both Spyro and Doug apparently did bad shit. Though it's unclear if it's the same incident or it was separate incidents.
Yeah.
Knuckles says, I don't know, you got really fucking weird, honest last time. But Doug pleads on his knees, saying, please, I'm begging you guys, I won't do it again, I promise. I've been having a really hard time because my robe shrunk, and I had to ask Pac-Man if I could get another, and he said, only if I stopped eating all of the food. I mean, come on, I get hungry, man. Cut to...
Well, maybe you should just stop eating, you fat fuck.
Says you. Boom! Andre destroyed yet again.
I mean, you know, I'm very insecure about my weight. You know that this has been a source of a lot of late night terrors where I dream that you abandoned me because I'm fat and disgusting and unlovable, and because I'm
no.
a serial killer.
That was true. Those were all true things that happened.
Oh, did you? Okay, yeah, right. This is... We are purely work friends now. That's right. Yeah.
Yes, this is only a...
Not even friends.
Yeah, this is only a relationship to continue our great enterprise that is Tailskids Podcast.
Yeah, of course. Because how many multi-million-dollar deals have we closed now on back of Tailskids Podcast?
About like 3.5. We're working on another one.
Yeah. When am I gonna see that money?
Well, according to our contract, I don't necessarily have to give you the money. But I'll send you some dollars.
Yeah, just saying. You said, I get royalties here.
Yeah, you'll get the royalties.
The fact that, I mean, it's bad enough that you made me sign off on a lease that maybe no longer qualifies as a person, but instead as a corporate asset.
Yeah.
That was already very bad, and now you're telling me that I'm not even gonna get paid? How the fuck am I gonna pay for my...
The royalty check is in the mail, I think. I think you got like $20 or something, so that'll probably hold you over, I think. Yeah?
Rent is $950.
Well, you know, sometimes even people in like $1 million enterprises...
You own my apartment now. How the fuck did you... I mean...
Well, you know, I'm doing some real estate on the sides, but don't worry about that. Yeah, you better pay up, because I'm sort of allied with the Yakuza right now, so... I have sort of initiated a sort of deal where whenever somebody doesn't pay the rent, like 2 Yakuza guys show up and break the people's legs. So
you mean Yakuza or Jacuzzi? Because either way I'm in hot water.
Yep. That was a great joke to cap the bit.
It was such a fucking horrible joke.
So we cut to a kind of an iconic frame of Knuckles here. I've seen this around as a reaction image, anyway, where Knuckles looks very unimpressed and unenthused, and with text above him, without like a speech bubble or anything, just says, "Seriously?"
It is a good one. And Cheetah Man is the guy who's just like, alright, let him join. We got plenty of weed and he isn't that bad, yo.
Yeah, cut to a very happy Doug. And Knuckles does like a weird pose where he like turns his shoulders to the side and then points the opposite direction. It's a very like JoJo-esque pose he does.
Yes.
And he says, "Alright, come on in."
It is a Jotaro pose. He does that.
No, he points forward while leaning backwards.
Oh yeah. Is it Polnareff? I feel like someone does that pose.
Joseph, maybe.
Could be.
A similar thing anyway.
It also reminds me a little bit of the "I'm gonna have sexual thoughts about that."
I don't know that one.
Oh, it's like a meme that people fucking post at like thirst trap posts.
Oh, okay. It's like a guy with a hat and a mustache, shirtless, pointing.
Hell yeah.
Although they they point with the correct hand.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind.
They point straight forward. What Knuckles is doing is turning his body opposite of the direction he's pointing.
No, I thought that was what was happening in the...
No.
It's been a while since I've seen it, so I guess I misremember.
Anyway, he says, "Alright, come on in. Shut the door on the way in. Because they're gonna hotbox." Next page. So here we get an in the other room, Ronald and Kermit are talking, full stop, frame. And here we get a follow through on the level 1 intellect bond that they talked about in the last chapter. Kermit says, "Ronald, I have informed Pac-Man that of all that has taken place, he has agreed that the intellect bond on level 1 is necessary for us to find a solution to this snapping issue of yours. And of course, how we'll make sure that you don't lose control again. We can't have that event replay itself. Whenever you're ready, we will begin." And Ronald says, "Please start right away."
He was ready right away, bitch!
Yes. So Kermit then says, "Channel upon the mental stream," and remain still. This is a strange sentence, but I suppose it makes sense to them.
Relax and clear your mind as usual, if you will. I don't know why I keep trying this fucking Kermit voice. It's not going well.
I don't know why either of us keep trying.
Yeah,
really.
It's although it is kind of funny that we keep trying.
Yeah,
it's like, you want to know the definition of madness is trying the same thing over and over and expecting a different result every time.
That guy, by the way, is played by Nacho in Better Call Saul.
Wait, really?
Yeah, he was Vaz in Far Cry 3. It's the same guy.
Oh,
Ignacio. I love Nacho, by the way, in Better Call Saul.
Yeah, Nacho's great.
I love it. He's great. He's a great character arc throughout the show.
Well, I've just watched the episode where Mike gets Tuco arrested, so...
Is that season 2?
Season 2, yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
I haven't gotten further than that.
Great show. As they meditate or channel upon the mental stream, a purple fire surrounded by 2 circles appears between them. The outer circle seemingly starts to vibrate, maybe indicating that it's the mental waves.
Yeah. It's like the heart monitor readout of their brains.
Yeah. Either way, it seems to indicate that the intellect bond was a success, as 2 purple strings come out of the fire and hit Kermit and Ronald in their respective foreheads. Kermit then says to focus and not let his thoughts drift into daydreams, and we get a black frame where it just says, "Now, let's go back to where you first met Tails." Implied to be Kermit speaking from inside Ronald's mind, I believe.
Yeah.
So we see that while Tails was learning with Vivian, Ronald was using his illusion magic to stay hidden within the walls and spy on him.
Yeah, and he's fucking...
Yeah, already he's acting like kind of insane. He's saying, "Look at that weak little fuck trying his hardest to get stronger. It's so adorable. Poor little teddy bear. I won't let you take my spot in the Defenders. The so-called prodigy thinks he can be a hero without the hard work and proper training. Ha 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 ha. I will show him the difference, yes. I will see for myself if he's actually worthy of my time."
Now read that in a Mark Hamill Joker voice.
Look at that weak little fuck trying his hardest to get stronger.
Nope.
Yeah, no. I mean,
Absolutely not.
I'm not a voice actor. What can I say?
Yeah, me neither.
It seems that Ronald from the beginning was jealous of Tails' prodigy nature and was worried about his spot in the Defenders for some reason. Like, if he was going to get replaced.
Yeah, that's understandable, really.
How is it understandable? If somebody were to go, like, be excommunicated from the Defenders, it would be like Doug or Skeeter, who contribute nothing and are, like, weaker than Tails when he first showed up in the Defenders.
Well, but I think Ronald has already been shown to be unstable. So I guess that's probably what worried him, is that he knows that he's unstable, and he knows that, oh fuck, I'm probably on the chopping block with Doug and Skeeter because I'm unstable.
Possibly. But we didn't...
It's possible.
We didn't know that Ronald was unstable before he attacked Tails, and this seems to be a new thing. This is why, they're doing this intellect bond. So yeah, then we get a flashback to when Tails met Ronald, and Ronald acted dicky and psychotic towards him for seemingly no reason. Yeah. Saying shit like he would pull out a knife and stab him and shit. Like, what would happen if I pulled out a knife right now and stab the so-called chosen one to death?
I mean, it is a good thought experiment.
Sign with a psycho under.
Chris, what would happen if I called a nuclear strike on you right now? Oh, how you would have no hope.
Yeah, I guess.
Wouldn't that be
what a great thought experiment. That's like exact level fucking hypothetical. It's like, what if somebody came in and killed your wife? What would you do? It's like, I don't know. I'd be sad, I guess.
That's exactly what That's exactly what I was going to say. It's like, that would be such a great just sack hypothetical. Hey Tomar, what if you launched the nukes on Hiroshima? How would you react?
I don't know. I'd feel really bad about it, I guess.
Hey Tomar, what if your wife was just a snail one day? How would you react to that?
Yeah. Just what if terrible situation.
To be fair, what if, you were about to have sex with your girlfriend and you didn't have lube and she was just like, found some snails outside and started like rubbing them on your dick? How would you react to that?
I'd be weirded out, but I'd be like, yeah, I'm probably horny, so I'll do this anyway. But that's fucking weird, bro.
Yeah.
So on the next page, for some reason, we get the full scene where Trix Rabbits comes in naked and they scream at each other. It's utterly irrelevant to anything, but it's still a really funny scene. Yeah,
I mean, I get that I'm probably trying to show, like, that in that entire scene, there was nothing that would make Ronald snap, like to just go through the interaction.
Yeah.
But they could have just cut out a lot of frames, so we get, like, okay. So that, like, we get that this is the scene referring to instead of giving us a whole fucking scene.
Yes. In reality, I think it was probably one of those days where Laserbyte was just like, yeah, I'm feeling this today. I'm just gonna draw one new frame and then reuse a bunch of other things.
I can respect that.
Yeah. But if I was reading at the time, I would be pissed. I was like, there's no new content here.
Oh, yeah, because you released them on a pagely basis. What?
On a pagely basis.
You released one page at a time is what I meant to say.
I mean, that's still how it's released. It's still released one page at a time.
Yeah, so...
So yeah, Kermit says that there hasn't been anything that would trigger Ronald to snap like he did, so he has to keep looking. Then we cut to the scene after Ronald told his backstory, and Tails is unimpressed. And then Ronald shows off his illusion magic, but says he won't teach Tails anything. Alright, next page. Ronald says that Tails is just a waste of everybody's time, and Tails says, why don't we just fight it out already? After which it just cuts to black. Now, I didn't pick up on this the first time I read it, but what happened after this, you remember, right?
Yeah, it's Pori comes in and shit.
Exactly, yeah. Pori came in, and then him and Ronald went to a different room to discuss something for a while, like 30 minutes or something, after which...
And Ronald just came back completely complacent and fucking...
Yeah, his
taciturn.
His attitude had totally shifted, and he seemed, like, scared, so I wonder what Pori did to him. Again, it's like Pori's motivations come into question. It's like, what are his motivations? What's his game? What is he doing?
And what I love is that it is so much more cohesive, because we've already seen Pori being mysterious early in the chapter, and now we get to remember that Pori's always been this way, so it just reaffirms that whole fucking mystery of who Pori is.
You're so right, Andre. You're so right.
It keeps it going for us, because I forgot about Pori to some extent, because he didn't have any time in like, most of the chapters.
Yeah.
Yes. But now, not only do I remember Pori, but this reminds me that, oh yeah, what the fuck is his deal?
Exactly. Yeah, it's actually very well done. Again, not knowing if it was intentional, but
I
great
think
job
it was intentional.
It might have been, yeah.
The art changed and the writing has become a lot better and more, like just in this chapter alone.
Yeah.
There are a lot of threads that get collected into one bigger thread, if it makes sense.
Yes, it is clear. We've seen an art change, but it will be clear from this chapter onwards that the writing and sort of the story focus sort of takes a different, goes in a different way from now on, where before it was very like battle manga-esque, but now it becomes like kind of a deep psychological thriller for a while.
Yeah.
So Laserbot has clearly like rewrite his comic and be like, okay, how can I like justify these things and make it sort of a dark, like almost realistic story from my parameters. It's very interesting how the writing changes like this.
Yeah, but also it's very interesting how it's clear that he wants to return to the battle manga. Yeah. So he still has to make the dark psychological stuff work in with the battle manga that follows. Yeah. I guess.
Well, it's like Laserbot has two moods. It's deep, dark relationship melodrama and like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto fucking epic mega battles. It's like shifting between these two things.
And those things are so tonally different that it's a huge undertaking. And he's somehow like, granted, I haven't seen him switch back to battle manga yet, so I don't know if he does that shift, but the shift from battle manga to deep psychological horror, or not horror, but like thriller, is fucking expertly done, I would say, honestly.
I mean, the tone is all over the place, to be honest, but it's still good, I think. It's still...
The cohesiveness, I mean.
Yeah, it's not that cohesive, though, when you read the following chapters after this. It's like, what the fuck is this comic now? It's totally different. But...
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's still awesome. I don't think that detracts from it. I just love that it has like this big... It's almost like Hunter x Hunter in that way, where every Hunter x Hunter is like a different genre, and every single arc has like a totally different tone. It's very interesting that way.
Neat. So we get a fucking super flashback to...
Before that.
Right.
Yeah, so we see Ronald start sweating in a good piece of art depicting Ronald in a sort of quiet desperation after the black frame, and we really feel the emotions of Ronald there. And then Kermit says, "What is this? A black spot? I can't seem to access these memories. This isn't good. The point of the intellect bond is so I can see the true memories regardless if they're submerged or blocked out completely. But it's still inaccessible, even to the intellect bond. I haven't the slightest clue why."
Yeah. Which, again, just makes you wonder, who the fuck is Pori really?
And what did he do to him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting gory with Pori.
It's getting gory with Pori. That would be Pori's like morning show. It's time to get gory with Pori.
Or Glory with Pori.
Glory with Pori is the sports analyst show he has.
Yes. Yeah.
Welcome to Glory with Pori.
Snorri with Pori, which is the Good Night Show.
That's his ASMR channel.
Yes. Hey, it's it's getting snory with Pori.
Today I'm going to reveal deep dark secrets with many tingles.
Deep dark government secrets, baby.
That'd be good.
Yeah, okay, so...
So, Ronald then starts seemingly panicking, sweating even more, and he starts screaming, "No, don't hurt me! Ah, help me!" And then Kermit says,
and then we get...
"Calm down, Ronald, you're disturbing the link." And then we're seemingly cast into a flashback from Ronald's childhood. If you remember from Ronald's awesome and hilarious backstory, in this
Rosie O'Donnell.
Yes. In this universe, Ronald is the older brother of Rosie O'Donnell. It's called Rosie O'Donnell, not Rosie O'Donnell. Even though it doesn't look that way, it looks like Ronald would be the younger brother. But it's like in the backstory, he says he's the older brother of Rosie O'Donnell. And we see her here, and she is morbidly obese. Like, Rosie O'Donnell...
I mean, I thought that was me for a second.
Zaboom! Andre's cell phone.
That's like fucking 5 in one episode.
Yeah, is that a record? I feel like we say that every
I don't think
episode. So. Is that a new record?
Yeah. Possibly.
But yeah, I was going to say, Rosie O'Donnell was always known as like a bigger woman, but she was never like morbidly obese like this. She was like Amy Schumer thick at most. But here she's like the whale level fat.
Yes. Speaking of, did you know that people wanted an actual 600-pound actor to play the whale?
I did know that, including many critics. Even I was shocked. Like Mark Kermode, he was like, "Oh, this is so insensitive. They must have gotten a real 600-pound person to play this role, or else it's blackface for black people." I was like, Jesus.
Like, no, it's not. Okay, the fact that you can say fat but you can't say the N-word just shows that black people are not discriminated on the same level.
Yeah.
The fact that some people are trying to say that there is a fat phobia on the levels of racism is just so fucking conceited.
I mean, it's not true, but there is fat phobia. I will agree with that, but that's part of what...
I agree that there's fat phobia. Like, there's definitely an effort to make, just big people feel like they are less.
Absolutely.
And
and
there
always has been. Or not always, but for a long time.
And I agree with that. But I also think that, like, you cannot say that the word fat is like the N-word, for instance. Like, some people are saying. It's like...
Who's saying that?
Fucking ego. Not a lot of people, but, like, I see it from, like, Twitter screenshots every now and then. Like,
sure.
like,
That's Twitter.
But it's like... Yeah, sure. But it's like, the fact that that level of ego exists in anyone is fucking mind-boggling.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's stupid. I mean, even people on the fat acceptance movement call themselves fat. Like, fat is the preferred term for somebody who is bigger.
Yeah, like, here's the thing. Like, if you're comfortable in your own skin, fucking brilliant. You should be. Just don't say that that is healthy to be fucking 300 plus pounds or shit like that. That's pretty much the only thing I will fight you on, is that it is not healthy to be fat at all.
For most people, no.
Other than that, I don't... Yeah, for most people. Other than that, I don't give a shit.
Like, if you...
It is not healthy to be grossly muscular either, because, again, you have too much mass for your body to handle.
Yeah, and it also depends on where it is, because the lower... Any sort of mass on the lower body is relatively... it is safe. You're not going to get any, like, diseases or anything from it. Upper body mass, though, especially upper body fat, can be very dangerous. That's where it leads to cancer and stuff. But if you're, you have a big booty, that doesn't matter.
No.
So it's all genetically determined.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like some people are genetically just, going to be fat, and shouldn't bully somebody from their fucking genetics.
Yeah, and that's just fucking horrible.
Yeah.
And besides, if you're genetically fat, that's usually actually more healthy than being ungenetically fat, because your body was sort of like just made to be a certain size.
Sure, yeah.
Like,
or have
to
a
some extent,
certain
like,
amount of fat stores, but...
Yeah, and your body was sort of like designed to at least handle that amount of fat.
Yeah, but like you said, it's never... it's pretty much never healthy to be obese.
Absolutely not.
And also, I was going to say, part of The Whale, the movie, tackles the issue of fat acceptance. It's a central theme of the movie. and the play as well. So, people criticize it for some reasons.
And it's like people say... Like, Brendan Fraser was 300 plus pounds when he did a movie.
He was?
And he... Yeah.
Wow.
And he himself... he was, I think...
300 plus pounds.
I don't know how heavy he was, but it was due to a lot of acting injuries that he couldn't really move around a lot.
Yeah.
So it is mostly due to just debilitating injuries that he is that weight, and he has talked about how he is slowly, getting into shape and slowly being able to work out again and actually live healthy.
Yeah. They almost broke his neck when they filmed The Mummy. They almost hung him for real.
Yeah. I think that is also the worst injuries that he's talked about. That is probably one of the worst injuries because it
could have killed him.
It goes away, then it comes back.
Yeah.
Like, it's an injury that it's not fully healed, but it's not like something that's completely debilitating him all the time.
Yes. Anyway, back to laughing at fat people in this comic.
Yeah.
So
fucking fat, worthless piece of shit.
Yeah, so we see Rosie O'Donnell before she was forced to watch Twilight until all her brain cells died. And young innocent Ronald warns her to not go outside because she'll just be made fun of. But Rosie does
Absolutely.
it. Rosie does it anyway. And there are two trolls outside. One with a big, heavy Neanderthal-esque brow and a pompadour, whose name is Slick Pete. And one of them looks like a mix between Linkara and the Nostalgia Critic, only with ginger hair.
Yes.
And his name is Doug Walken.
Yeah. I love it.
So Slick Pete says, "You fat tub of lard, I bet every time you walk, bacon grease leaks out all over the place, and it makes it slippery."
And then Doug Walken goes, "Ah! I don't want to even imagine how wrecked your mother's pussy is! After giving birth to you fat cow!" "What's wrong? Did you eat your family?" Hey, let's throw food at her. I bet she will eat it off the ground.
It's a really funny Linkara impression.
I mean, it is accurate, isn't it?
It was alright.
Ish.
It wasn't terrible. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Love that everybody's Nostalgia Critic's impression is just going, "I don't even want to know." I imagine how wrecked your mother's pussy is.
I mean, even Doug Walker acknowledges that to do Nostalgia Critic, you just scream.
Just love how he's been like flanderized throughout the years, where you watch like the first couple of reviews and he's like, "Hello, I'm Doug Walker," and then now you watch your reviews and he's like, "What the fuck? I can't believe this."
Yeah.
His voice has just gotten higher the older he gets.
Yes. Usually it gets lower.
That's true. And then
take this $5 footlong in your face, you bitch. Get your free ass. Get your free fat ass.
Slick Pete, fucking, what's his name?
And today we're gonna talk about something that nobody's talking about.
Well, yeah, what's his name? I forget his name.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Leafy here.
Oh, Leafy, yeah. Yes.
I fucking love doing the Leafy.
You're really good at him. It's your best impression, I think.
Thank you. Thank you.
You sound exactly like him.
It's such an easy impression to do.
Hey, what's up, guys? I can't really do it.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Leafy here, and today we're gonna be talking about Tails Gets Trolled.
You have the perfect voice for it,
this comic is just... Really?
Yeah, it's also good.
I mean, this comic is just totally fucking ridiculous. I mean, honestly, I cannot believe I'm reading this piece of shit.
God. Yeah, your impression is so good. Like the vapid, like non-criticisms where he just like says like word salad that means nothing and it's not funny or interesting.
Yeah.
You're so on point.
I mean, I mean, look at this. I mean, what were they thinking when they wrote this? I mean, seriously, I can't even really wrap my head around it. It is just too fucking stupid for me to understand. It is just completely ignorant. I mean, come on, let's be serious here, for real. I mean, this guy literally jerks off with both hands while he's drawing this.
I love that.
And he's using two tweezers to get all of his little dick.
Yeah, the pointless comparison.
I mean, this guy literally fucking masturbates with 2 condoms. It is so easy to come up with. You just like to come up with it. You know what you do to come up with a Leafy thing? It's like you try to think of something most critical would say, and then you make it retarded.
You make it like 50% more retarded.
Yeah, because like
you take a moist criticalism and you minus like 50 IQ and you get a Leafyism.
Yes, yes, that is it. Because It is like most critical, overtly sexual reference to Yu-Gi-Oh! Or the Shadow Realm.
Yeah.
Leafy, extremely sexual to the point of ridiculousness, but not because it's intentionally or satirically funny.
Yeah, and his delivery is just so bad too. It's like, this is literally like putting my dick in a blender.
I mean, yo, this guy literally wears a butthole as a swimming cap.
This guy literally is a pedophile and goes to my school and
Yo, this guy literally jerks up while listening to Nostalgia Critic rant.
Dude, that's just me for real. That's me IRL.
Dude, I would fucking...
You would pay for my OnlyFans where I listen to Nostalgia Critic and jerk off.
Hey, so guys, this guy's literally seen Nostalgia Critic's dick.
I would love to.
He's a 40-year-old man! He's a 30-year-old man! He's a 26-year-old man!
True.
Okay.
Alright, back to the comics. So, Slick Pete, he says, take this $5 footlong in the face, you bitch, ketchup-free fat ass, and throws a $5 footlong at Rosie O'Donnell, who cries while eating it. And then, Doug Watkins says, or Slick Pete says, like, OMG, man, she ate the footlong in like a quick 5 seconds. Oh my god, let's go, man. And Doug Watkins says, yeah, let's go before she decides to eat us. I don't want to be eaten out.
I don't want to be eaten out.
I don't want to be eaten out. I mean, what's so ridiculous about a bad credit card? A man who owns his own cave.
Let's be easy on Linkara, or he might suddenly target us.
He's gonna be upset tweeting about us, and
his ego is fragile enough. Probably not, but he's got a fragile ego.
He's always had one. He's very easy to make fun of. He published like a trilogy of fantasy books when he was like 14.
Yeah.
And he made an infamous webcomic called The Lightbringer, who, when he brings it up, he's like, yeah, my shitty webcomic, my shitty books. But then, if other people make fun of it, he's like, how dare you? How dare you make fun of this? I made that when I was a child.
Well, I mean, like, here's the thing. I've done so much cringe.
Yeah.
And I'm finally at a point where I'm just like, okay, I've done cringe, but it's not something that defines me. I can laugh at it, and you can laugh at it, and you can mock me with it. Just fucking adopt that mentality.
I mean, yeah.
I am the cringe factory, let's be fair.
I don't know, you do run the channel called Cringe Factory, and you just post videos of yourself.
Yeah. I know, Obesis is fucking goated-based shitposts. Come on.
I agree. Obesis is based. One of the best channels on YouTube, and if you're not subscribed, you should.
Yeah. Subscribe, lose 10 inches.
Yes. So Slick Pete says, hey man, I heard you can get really high off sleeping pills, and what will make us cooler than the other kids, we swallow a whole bottle's worth of it. Yeah man, even though, he still got that mistake, instead of saying even though, he says even though.
Yeah man, even though it's said for underage kids to not do it, and to not take more than 2 pills or risk of dying, but we're gonna do it anyways, cause we are so cool. Hell yeah!
And Rosie O'Donnell's just crying, saying, please give me more. And then Kermit at the end mistakenly thinks Rosie O'Donnell is Miss Piggy, which I see as a big roast on Miss Piggy, because Miss Piggy is a fucking hot MILF. I would
Piggy
smash
is a
Miss
babe.
Piggy.
Yeah, so, dude, you'd have to fight me for her, okay?
Alright, let's do it to death.
Yeah.
So, on the next page, in darkness, we get 3 panels of the trolls, Slick Pete and Doug walking, having accidentally killed themselves through the ingestion of sleeping pills, and young Ronald sort of like meditating over their death, saying, I suppose they can't make fun of her anymore. Now that they're dead, it's okay now. They're dead. They're dead now. It's like kind of a shock over this. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Then we cut to a sweating, screaming Ronald with bloodshot eyes saying, get out of me head! Yeah. Get out of me head, you monster!
Oh, he says get out of my head.
Yeah, but I was doing a reference.
Oh, to Smiling Friends?
Yes.
Get out of my head!
Get out of me head!
Out of me
Get
head!
out of me head!
Fuck yeah, DJ Spitz.
DJ Spitz. I'm an Instagram.
As well as
I'm a SoundCloud rapper, man. Check out my SoundCloud, man.
I want to be a SoundCloud rapper, man. but it makes me so angry. I just can't. I can't do the voice properly.
I mean, the sack is impossible to do.
Yeah. What? He's got like fucking destroyed his sternum or something like that?
I don't know.
I love that every time somebody asks him about his voice, he's so clearly done with the question, so he just gives another false story.
He always gives a false story into his friends.
Yeah, yeah, but like, because Danny from Game Grumps asked about it, and then he was like, "Oh, I was in a terrible car accident when I was like 15, and it ruptured the walls between my nose." And he like gave a very good explanation, and then Dan was just like, "Really? No, I'm just fucking with you."
Yeah.
And he has like another story where it was acid that fucked up his vocal cords. Like, I love all the false stories he's given.
One of them was like, my father beat me and threw me out a window. And one of them was like, he went to like his grandpa's house and his grandpa like fucked him in his ass so hard that his voice got ruined.
I mean, that's the thing. You may be like unhinged, but you'll never be Zack Halo levels of unhinged. That dude's brain operates on another dimension from us.
Yeah, he's sort of a Lovecraftian entity in that way, with a big nose.
Yeah, he's a fucking enigma.
So yeah, all the Ronald art on this page I think is freaking awesome. It's so like detailed and gross and sweaty, and we can feel the textures of this page.
Yeah.
But yeah. Kermit says that he's not a monster as well, saying he can no longer see any of the memories, which is exemplified by the previous black frames. Like the ability to view memories is slipping away. That's why the 3 flames were like black and hard to see. Very well done, I thought.
Yeah, and Ronald, I also love how Ronald just like fucking pulling back, and you can see when he pulls back that the string breaks.
Yeah. Well, the string is like
it's
stretching.
also great perspective shots.
It is a great perspective shot. Seen from like...
No, because when the string is connected, it is fully straight. When it's broken, it's like limp and dangly.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's a great perspective shot. We see Ronald from kind of like shot underneath as he like rears his head backwards. So you see like his chin. I mean,
his Chad Gin. Which brand? Aviation.
Jin from One Piece. Remember him?
Yeah, totally.
From the Don Krieg arc, and he said, "I'll see you in the Grand Line." No, we never saw him again.
Yeah. Jin with the fucking. That's the guy. I know.
Well, I think his name is technically Gin, pronounced Gin.
So the Norwegian way.
Gin? There are people called Gin in Norway?
No, but that's how we say gin in Norway.
Oh, really?
A lot of Norwegians say it like gin, especially in the West Coast.
Yo, you want to drink some gin? They say that? I don't think I've ever heard that.
Yeah, no, I've heard it a lot.
Wow. Well, that shows how stupid Western Norwegians are.
Indeed.
Yep.
Now, anyway, let us continue reading Tales Gets Podcast. I mean, Tales Gets Trolled.
Yes, so Kermit says that he has to continue the brain link, but if Ronald continues like this, screaming I suppose, he can suffer brain damage. So if you break a level 1 intellect bond early, it can lead to brain damage, or just in general, Ronald is acting so crazed that he might get like an aneurysm for it. Sort of unclear from the phrasing that Kermit uses here.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ronald breaks the intellect bond on his own, however, and he says, "You're evil. You won't control me. You won't control me." Which I assume he's talking to Pori.
Yes. I would assume so as well.
The bond breaks away, and we see Ronald sitting in the corner of the room, seemingly exhausted and breathing heavy. I particularly like the close-up picture of Ronald with the big bloodshot eyes and him drooling and sweating and having like a crazy look in his eye. It's a really, really good piece of art.
I love the picture of him casting a shadow into the room, like from the corner.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder, where the fuck is the sun coming from?
It's very unclear where the light source is coming from, but
yeah.
A cool shot either way.
But also, I love how small and pathetic he looks in it.
Yeah.
Really well done. Really nice.
This me in the corner. That's me in the spot. Losing my religion. Like R.A.M.
I'm losing my religion.
He says that's me in the corner.
I wasn't paying attention. Nothing you say matters to me.
Alright. That's very good for a podcast.
What?
Kermit thinks something isn't right. Ronald hasn't acted like this before in response to the intellect bond. And Kermit's...
Something isn't right. Ronald has never acted like this before. Today's... Oh.
Thank you for repeating what I just said. And Kermit suggests taking a break before they try again. And Ronald just responds, "Your eyes, you're looking into my soul. My soul!" Again, I suppose, I think he's talking to Pori.
Yeah.
And not Kermit, but it could be read either way.
Yeah. I mean, a little ambiguity is great.
Agree. That's the one of the big things in postmodern art is strengthening ambiguity. We haven't mentioned it yet, but a new writing quirk that Laserbot or Program adopts is near constant ellipses. It was pointed out in the comments of the last episode as well. Though, what's bizarre is that most of the time, instead of proper ellipses, it's only 2 periods instead of 3. I don't know why. Did Laserbot just tap the period 1 too many times? Or are these all intended to be ellipses? And he just forgets one of them.
Could be like, he's just like an old habit, like, oh fuck, ellipses, that's not right.
What do you mean?
Like, maybe he's just like so used to typing ellipses that sometimes he double taps on period.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, Kermit doesn't know what's happening in Ronald's head and not normal behavior he thinks. And then we get a meanwhile comma, back to Tails and the gang in the other room, full stop.
Oh, Tails, Cheetah Man was right, you're natural, which I can't say the same for Doug.
Says Knuckles while holding a joint and having them high bloodshot eyes.
Oh yeah.
Next page. So this is where the weed arc starts for real. From here on now, for the next like 5 chapters, it's all about smoking weed, baby. Hell yeah.
Pass the Dutchie upon the left hand side.
Now this comic's just about smoking weed. It's about weed.
Weed.
Yep, just weed.
It's about weed.
Yes. So we get a great perspective shot of Doug like sinking into the couch. Though with the consistency that Laserbot depicts the couch here, it seems more like a beanbag rather than like a couch material. Either way, very well done piece of art.
Absolutely.
Doug says, "Whoa, everything looks so trippy. My head is spinning. I feel like I'm being sucked into a vortex."
I can 100% relate to that.
Then we cut to Knuckles, who says, "Well, like I was saying, yeah, man, so that is what happened. Yeah, I remember, wait, it was on the tip of my tongue. Fuck, what was it again?" Classic fucking weed dialogue. Every time we talk with a high person, it's actually this shit, where they're like, oh yeah, I forgot what I just said, and I don't know what I'm talking about. Start laughing about it. Fucking weed heads. Get out of here, stoners. Then we get a close-up of a worried-looking Doug with a joint hanging out of the side of his mouth. Again, it's a really great depiction of really everything in this piece of art here. Spyro then calls Doug a nooblet as we see Tails taking a big freaking bong rip. Hell yeah, dude! Tails takes a big hit and he starts coughing from the massiveness of the rip, dude. And he says chillly, "Chill out, Doug, and let it flow, man. Let it flow."
Such a stoner conversation.
Do people say that? Let it flow, man.
No, they don't. That is... I've never, ever been told to let it flow.
That's the secret.
Ever in my life.
Oh, that's because you're not a fucking natural at smoking weed, dude.
I am so natural, okay? You have no idea. I have done the marijuana at least once in my life, okay? Yeah. I have touched a weed.
But did it flow? I don't think so.
Now, listen here, you hoe.
Now, I think the comic sort of insists that Tails is cool for being like a natural weed smoker stoner, but everything in this scene...
It just makes him look like a tool.
Well, everything in this scene just comes off to me, anyway, as so incredibly uncool, which adds to the comedy for me, because the comic seems to has taken like a turn on its view of weed. Because before, Knuckles was like seen as stupid for smoking weed, and he always made bad decisions. But now it's like, hell yeah, bro, we're getting high with the boys. So one of the big...
And I was like, there's nothing wrong with just having him getting high with the boys, but it's the fact that the comic insists on weed being cool that is so
it's so lame.
Funny.
But it makes me laugh.
Because if you had made it about alcohol, then it would have been extremely obvious how cringe it was. But because it's weed and we're in like this post or like pro-weed society,
Yeah.
Well, not again, but like because of that whole fucking like pro weed, whatever wave or shit. Then it's just seen as cool because he's like sticking it to the man, smoking weed and shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I just find like stoner culture in general really cringe and lame.
I find any substance-based culture cringe.
It's true. But alcohol doesn't have the same, like, people who drink are not the same type of people who are like, yeah, man, I love blazing at 420, dude, let me wear a fucking weed cap, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely not, that's true.
They're not, like, annoying and lame.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got guys with, like, Jack Daniels t-shirts and shit, and those guys are pretty
That is
cringe.
true, yeah. Fair point.
I guess with alcohol, it's more like brand loyalty for some fucking reason.
Yeah, people who get like pissed about like Bud Light. They're like, no, Bud Light. They sent beer to a trans woman. No.
Like, here's the thing: if you really feel that poorly about trans people, maybe you should just, I don't know, either kill yourself or start going on fucking shooting sprees. But preferably just kill yourself. Fuck off.
Yeah, I would prefer the first option.
Yeah, I just hate everyone that like advocates for all of this fucking violence and shit who doesn't take it upon themselves to do it because just a bunch of fucking hypocrites.
That's an interesting take.
No, okay, but hear me out. Sitting in a fucking ivory tower looking down as if you are too good to do what you preach. It is hypocrisy at its finest. And all you're really saying is, I know that this is a bad idea, but I want everybody else to do it because this is the outcome I want. Like, fuck off, kill yourself.
I don't mind hypocrisy that much.
I do. I hate hypocrisy when the hypocrites are like trying to, make others act on their behalf.
Sure, but that's like all politics, bro.
Sure. All I'm saying is, if you got a problem with the trans community, kill yourself. If you get a problem with the gay community, kill yourself. If you get a problem with human rights and shit, kill yourself.
Agreed. Or change your mind.
Yeah. But preferably kill yourself. We need to reduce the number of people.
We don't need to, but...
I want to.
Alright.
And no, I will not kill myself because I don't have a problem with anything.
Except
you!
Except, let me bring out my big list of things that Andre hates. Oh my god, it's 100-page long. Alright, so, Doug says, hey, Tails, sit on this couch here and lay down. It feels like you're being sucked into it, bro. And, Tails just says, I'm alright here. I feel so good right now. I wish I had some big boobs in my face right now.
Which is a very common effect of weed. You get horny.
Sure. And then this leads to Knuckles saying, dude, you should totally fuck Hello Kitty, man. She's a good fucker, man. Which... Cut to 3 frames of just like awkward silence as we first see Doug with a shocked expression, so shocked that the joint actually falls out of his mouth. Then we see a shocked Spyro, and then a seemingly reactionless Cheeto Man who just says an 11-dot long ellipses. Tails just goes, yeah. Wait, what did you just say, Knuckles? With doing the rock eyebrow. And Knuckles just responds with a mischievous, almost evil grin, saying, I didn't say anything. Oh, off man, yeah, you should...
Yeah.
You should like, get with Hello Kitty. She's pretty good in the sack.
Damn.
So, next page. First panel here is just a seemingly reactionless Cheeto Man again, saying a whole bunch of dots.
So, what is he, like, fucking dating Hello Kitty?
Perhaps, we'll see.
Well, I mean, the Defenders seem like a fucking liberal bunch, though, so I don't get the problem.
Liberal? Liberal? You said the fucking L word in front of me, Andre? You know that's a trigger word for me.
I'm sorry, I meant conservative, hippie-hating Jesus freaks.
Thank you. That's my group.
They seem like they would organize lynch mobs every Tuesday.
And Wednesday.
Oh no, Wednesday is when they burn down abortion clinics.
They call that a party.
Fair enough.
So cut to Doug saying, oh, man, that reminds me. Vivian offered sex to me, man. So I fucked her for like 5 hours straight. Oh, it was so good. Oh, yeah. Of course she wants my Gaga disco stick, bro. It's the size of a boat. No lie, bro. No lie. I suppose maybe the Gaga disco stick reference was relevant when this panel was made. I forget when disco stick came out, but it was probably around this time, so good reference, I guess. But it implies that Lady Gaga exists. Or is Gaga disco stick just a Tales Controlled World slang that happens to correspond to a Lady Gaga song?
Well, I mean, Gaga, you know, you can gag on a cock, so...
Yeah.
So it's like a Gaga... disco stick, I don't know.
And there's also the famous Simpson episode, Lisa Goes Gaga, where she meets Lady Gaga.
Oh, damn.
Which is...
Sounds incredibly cringe.
Yeah, it's considered the worst episode of The Simpsons of all time.
Okay.
So yeah, Tails apparently did not hear Knuckles yet again, as Doug doesn't know how to control his volume in his voice. Very reminiscent of a friend we have, Andre. A friend who might be listening right now. This is now a call-out post, motherfucker. Your fucking oil reserves are being dug up as we speak, and we're claiming your fucking oil, bro.
Yeah.
This is our territory now.
Yeah, baby.
But yeah, he famously gets called very loud, and everybody calls him to shut up, and my dad calls him the laughing hyena.
I mean, that is fucking fair point.
And fairly accurate.
Yeah, I think even he admits that.
Yeah, he does. So Spyro calls bullshit on Doug's story, saying, you have a tiny
Doug
dick.
Doug is gay, okay?
Yeah, you have a tiny dick, and Vivian says that as a joke. I don't think she or he fucks anybody. Sadly, I think he is a monk. So your comment is not awesomely badass, you tard.
Yeah.
Then cut to Tails trying to get Knuckles' attention. Cut to Cheeto Man saying, yeah, dumb motherfucker.
Yeah,
she doesn't have a
motherfucker.
gender. She just takes on the form of a girl. Cut to Knuckles being like, huh, Tails? Cut to Doug again saying, nah, man, I fucked her for like 5 hours, no lie. This like intercutting of different conversation in this way is it's very like tension building in a way, even though it's very vague and mysterious what the tension actually is in the scene. I still think it's very well done, where it's like, it's like the quick cutting.
Yeah, well, it has something to do with fucking Hello Kitty, I guess.
Something to do with Hello Kitty, and yeah, you're like, there's tension, but why? What's going on here?
Yeah, because it seems like they're trying to steer the conversation away from Hello Kitty.
Yeah, but Knuckles wants to steer the conversation into about fucking Hello Kitty for some reason.
Yeah.
Spyro says, no, you fucked Trix Rabbit for 5 hours, which reminds me, are those rumors true about Shadow and Hello Kitty getting it on? And then we cut to a surprised-looking Knuckles, but at the top of the frame we see like a tiny cut of the frame where it's just Knuckles' mouth like doing an evil grin again. So he clearly likes talking about fucking Hello Kitty for whatever reason.
Clearly.
Cut to Doug again, saying, fuck you, man, it wasn't Trix Rabbit, retard. Cheeto Man then comes in with a singer saying, then it was that blue fucker. Ha ha ha, referring to Skeeter, also from the Doug TV show.
Cutting to Tails.
Yeah, Tails is just...
What did you say, Spyro?
Tails is just out of it. He's not able to follow any conversation thread.
I mean, understandable.
Especially because Doug seems to be very loud, saying, what did you say, Spyro? Doug, shit, man, you talk before people finish what they're trying to say, so I can't hear them. You don't have anything interesting to say, so just go fuck Trix Rabbit so we can chill, dude.
Fuck you, bro, I didn't fuck Trix Rabbit or Skeeter.
Says Doug, which leads to...
A very sad-looking Doug.
Which leads to Cheeto Man coming in with another slam dunk saying, so they were fucking you? Bam. Get destroyed.
I mean, fucking Cheeto Man, based as fuck.
Yeah. And Knuckles agrees.
Character.
He says, oh man, the cheese is on the roll.
It's on a roll, R-O-L-E, not R-O-L-L.
Oh, yeah. Cheese is on a roll. I love that that's his name. That's like OJ's nickname is The Juice. Cheeto Man's nickname is The Cheese. And then the final frame of the page is Spyro being like, actually, Knuckles, why don't you join the Defenders? It would be totally badass, yo. So let's go to the next page.
Yeah.
Knuckles basically goes, yeah, I'll join the Defenders. I'll go talk to Pack and Sack about it later. What the fuck is Pack and Sack?
I guess that's what it's calling Pac-Man.
Yeah, I got that.
I have no fucking clue what Pack and Sack means. Like, Pack... Maybe Pac-Man has a huge sack?
Oh, we will actually see it.
Maybe,
we will actually see a sack later, although I think it's average size.
Oh.
In one of those segments that are questionably canon with the Dragon Ball Z parody things, we'll see Pax sack.
So, but Knuckles also answers Sparrow's question.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time. There wasn't a moment where Shadow wasn't fucking Hello Kitty.
Yeah, exactly. Then we cut to a frame of an extreme close-up of Cheeto Man looking seemingly displeased, though his...
Yeah, it's hard to tell with his glasses on.
Yeah, his glasses are fogged up, so we can't actually see the emotions in his eyes. Meanwhile...
But his brow looks angry. And meanwhile, fucking Doug and Spyro...
they're seemingly singing, and Doug is doing like theatrical opera singing hands while singing, I love you, so I can't... Why you have to hurt me? I don't know what song that is. It says, why can't you see?
Oh, why can't you see?
I did everything I could to keep you. Oh, I love chocolate milk. Sings Doug, while Spyro just looks pissed in front of him and flips him the bird.
Spyro. Ooh, I don't like this Spyro.
Spyro tells Doug to stop singing like a drag queen and calls him gay. Meanwhile, Tails is just takes another hit of the bong. Not as big a hit this time. And says, OMG, Doug? Really? Really, dude?
I mean, what's wrong with singing like a drag queen? Like, bunch of homophobes.
Yeah. Drag queens are performers. They're probably really good at singing, most of them.
Yeah.
And Doug gets pissed. He says, fuck you, man. I don't sing like a drag queen. And then Cheeto Man enters the conversation branch, talking about Hello Kitty, saying, seeing that everybody's talking about it, Tails, if you do have an interest in Hello Kitty, then I should give you some advice. Because we homies. I have seen a lot of guys fail in trying to make her their woman. Embarrassment and failure are assured. It's hard for dudes to get anywhere with her. It's like trying to get with a brick wall. It's hard, bro.
Fuck.
And then Knuckles just retorts with the smug grin, saying, well, it wasn't hard for Shadow. And Spyro also adding with the smug grin says, yeah, maybe you don't know her all that well, homie.
Here's a question. Is it bad to talk about fucking Hello Kitty or not? Because at first they were really nervous about it, but now they're all cool about it. What the fuck?
Well, they seem emboldened by Knuckles. Continuously bringing it up and dropping zingers all over the place.
Yeah. Fucking base Knuckles.
Yeah, but it cuts to...
I think Knuckles might be my favorite character right now just because he's such a douchebag.
Knuckles is pretty great. But yeah, then it again cuts to kind of an unhappy looking Cheeto Man with Tails just sitting next to him, hitting the bong again. Just continuously hitting that bong. And then Doug comes back saying, hey, I don't sing like a drag queen, did you hear me? Fuck you guys. Then Cheeto Man does like a Phoenix Wright type accusatory point at Doug saying, now I regret letting this motherfucker smoke.
I want this to be incorporated into a Phoenix Wright game where if you do the right sequence of evidence, you get that line.
Phoenix just pointing at the defendant or one of the witnesses being like, now I regret letting this motherfucker smoke.
And like you gotta present like the evidence in the right order. So, like you gotta present first the lighter, then the roll of paper, then the joint, and then finally you gotta present the picture of, I don't know, Hello Kitty, and then you get that.
Yeah, it's a hidden secret. It's like the secret ending in Silent Hill 2, where it's a Silent Hill. It's a very serious, dark horror game, but if you do like a really complicated series of events, you can get a secret ending where you enter a room and it turns out there's like a dog operating a machine, and the dog has been doing like has been creating all the horrors through this like room. And the main character just walks in and he's like, it was a dog all along, and then he falls down disappointingly, and that's one of the endings of the game.
That's awesome.
That's really funny.
Yeah, but Doug is a little bit incredulous.
Yeah, he says, why me? Not cool. And Knuckles says, let's bail on this foo and call over some bitches.
Yeah,
F-U-U? Fool, maybe.
I have no idea.
Let's bail on this fool. Like Mr. T.
I feel like foo is a thing, though.
F-U-U?
Yeah, we'll see. Foo is a girl impossible to catch, living free like the wind and traveling where the breeze brings her. She is usually calm and with light, agreeable manners, but can turn into a raging tempest when pushed to her limits. What the actual shit?
Well, that's just because Fu is a name in like Asia.
Okay.
Here we go. When somebody or something is fake, that girl is Fu as fuck.
Yeah, no, that makes sense with dog.
The most edible female name. A sex-delicious girl who realizes it and becomes extremely lazy? What?
What the fuck?
Okay.
Alright, so I don't think there's any agreed upon use for the word Fu.
Another term for the word ugly, primarily used in the South. So maybe Knuckles is from the South.
Well, let's balance Fu and call all of us bitches. That was a good accent, or Southern.
I mean, that's not how people actually talk in the South, but...
Well, it's better than what I normally go with.
Sure. Well... I'm from the South, and I love fucking my cousin.
Oh, and okay, I love this sequence. It is so good.
Yeah, this is a classic sequence there. So we cut to Doug's hands, grabbing for a cute little brown dog that appeared out of nowhere. And Spyro, looking angry, says, "Doug,
oh, he did appear out of nowhere. That's right.
Put my dog down, you dumbass." So on to the next page here.
Next page.
So we see a series of panels where Doug picks up Spyro's cute little barking dog. Then he takes a bite out of the dog's ear, the dog yelping in reaction as we see a close-up of the dog. The dog then bites Doug's creepily realistically rendered fingers, which leads to Doug screaming in pain and violently throwing the tiny dog down on the ground as the final frame is the dog like lying on the ground with a mushed face in like a crucifix pose. And then Doug,
and also the dog is bleeding.
Yeah, out of his mouth. And then Doug angrily says, "Ouch, you bit me."
And I love Knuckles. I love the way Knuckles looks at Doug. It's like he's not worried, but it's like, oh shit, you fucked up, Doug. It's like just a friendly warning.
I just love Doug's like righteous indignation at this, like this the dog's fault. Even though it's not righteous at all. And then Spyro, rightfully, is very pissed as he says, "Get the fuck out of my room before I kick your ass."
Yeah, I mean, that's like if you started, like, I don't know, biting my cat's ears.
If I picked up your cat and started biting the ears.
Yeah, I would fucking deck you if you threw him into the... I would deck you just for biting his ears.
Yeah.
But if you threw him into the ground, I would fucking... I would mount you.
Sure. And then Tails is like, "You might want to leave, dude." But then he changes his mind mid-sentence and says, "You know what? Kick his ass, Spyro."
Yeah. Tails is a true bro.
Yeah. And then Doug, not reading the situation at all, says, "Fuck you, man. He bit me."
You got no support here, okay? Yeah. Doug, you are a worthless fucking pussy, okay?
Yeah. And then Spyro rightfully points out, "Because you were biting his fucking ears."
Yeah, yeah. Like, here's what I don't get about Doug. Like, there's no way you can be that high that you think you're right in any way.
No, but...
Okay, so Cheeto Man tries to mediate. Just calm down, son. That motherfucker can't help that he's stupid.
He tries to calm the situation using the "he can't help it, he's stupid" defense.
And Doug immediately just goes to exacerbate it because, fuck you, bro. You mad, bro?
He goes full
mad.
troll. He goes full troll. He literally drops to the troll side. This is the fucking...
Doug, you fucking idiot.
You're officially a troll now.
Of course he's mad. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Knuckles is just like, "Hey, Tails, pass the bog, dude." And Tails is like, "One more hit of this shit is the bomb," looking high as fuck. And we see that Spyro's dog is snuggled up to Tails here, so the dog is fine at least. Laserbot is no Araki in that sense that he kills every dog he sees.
Oh yeah, fucking Araki. I'm still mad about Iggy.
Well, the reason that Araki does that, and we've talked about it in the last time we recorded this episode, but the reason why Araki always kills every single dog in JoJo is because that's the worst thing he can imagine happening. So whenever he wants to paint a villain as like the most like heartless evil people, he has them kill a dog, because like, who would ever kill a dog? Because Araki actually loves dogs.
I mean, yeah, no, I couldn't kill a dog or a cat or...
Yeah, exactly. People get more upset about dogs like dying in movies than they do people, which I find personally strange. But
well, I mean, it all depends. Like, most adults, unless they're like shown to be super innocent, I'm just like, I'm sure they probably weren't that great of people. But dogs, just the best people by default.
I mean, yeah, they have a certain stupidness.
Yeah, like a dog will love you almost unconditionally as long as you just take care of it with its bare necessities.
It's true.
That is way more than you get from people, okay? Like, if you want someone to love you, you gotta go above and beyond.
It's not true. You just gotta be a lovable guy. You just gotta have charisma, Andre. Something you know
Dude,
nothing
I
about.
have so much charisma.
Shooting here. You just got destroyed. In my mind, I just saw me shooting 2 guns on you, and you just going, oh, and like loads of blood shooting out behind you.
Like fucking Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
Weird reference, but yes. It's a great movie.
I just saw like half of the movie. It's fucking awesome so far.
I love it. I love the Coen brothers
Yeah.
on all their shit. That was great too.
I fucking love Buster Scruggs as a character.
He's so good. And the songs are so good too.
Yes.
When a cowboy trades his spurs for wings, yippee-ki-yay, I'm glory bound. Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
And I also love...
well, you see, I'm known to be a bit of an outlaw myself. Fucking...
I love that actor too. He's
yeah.
He's always good in everything he's in. He's in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou as well.
What I love about him is that despite the fact that he's clearly like acting like this almost like suburban dad who's just happy-go-lucky, at no point did I think he was harmless.
No, he's clearly very dangerous.
Yes, he's he's a remorseless killer.
Yeah, I love when he steps on the table and it like fires the gun right into the other guy's face and just does like 3 times and just goes up.
Yeah, such unnecessary overkill, but it's awesome. It's hilarious.
That was great. I also love the segment in that movie with fucking Tom Waits playing the prospector. That segment's great.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that one. It's one of the last ones, I think.
I haven't seen that one yet. No.
That's really good. The second one's really sad.
Wait,
The one about Liam Neeson and fucking Neville Longbottom. No, not Neville Longbottom. The fucking Dudley. Harry Potter's like stepbrother.
Yeah. Oh wait, the guy that has no arms and no legs.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking depressing.
Yeah, that was very sad.
Yeah, that was rough.
It was the harsh truth of the times of the old west. Anyway, enough about great movies. Now let's talk about great comics.
Yeah, because next page.
Yeah, so Doug is still fighting back, saying, "You can't kick me out. I didn't do anything."
Yes, you did, you fucking troglodyte. You absolute retard.
He's such a piece of shit.
You absolute incest baby.
Yeah, I also love that anything is written in bold text.
Yeah.
Spyro responds angrily, saying, "You threw my dog into a table, you prick. No wonder you and Skeeter broke up. You're a little fucking bitch." And Doug denies the gay allegations, saying, "We were never together. I told you guys. Fuck, man. Fuck you, bro."
Like, here's the thing. How can Doug think he's in the right at all here? Like, that is the fucking...
No, yeah, I don't know.
You don't know.
He's demented. Deranged. Another one for the deranged counter.
Yeah.
So...
well, but I love Spyro's fucking line. That is a hardcore... extremely fucking graphic line.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill him. I'm going to rip out his throat and then wash my hands because I know his throat is full of fucking cum. I'm going to fucking kill him.
Jesus.
Like,
is that a hate crime?
Like, I don't know, because it's the thing. If you said that about a woman who you know is sucking dick, then it's just like a factual statement, right? But that is still a fucking nuclear statement. Holy fuck.
And I also love that Spyro like assumes like a karate like fighting stance while he says that.
Yeah.
He's like ready to go like Bruce Lee on his motherfucking ass.
Oh fuck yeah.
And then Knuckles is still like, "Come on, Tails, pass the bong, man." It cut to Tails again being like, "Just one more hit. This is the bomb." It's fucking hogging the bong. And then a very thickly outlined Cheeto Man says, "Come on, Tails, you gotta learn how to share, man." But Tails responds saying,
Cheeto Man.
"I am sharing with the dog because it needs to be not full of pain of being smashed into a table anymore."
I mean, that's totally fucking... The dog is having a great time. He's smiling. He's happy.
Yeah, dog's loving the weed, I guess. Even though Tails is making this poor fucking dog that just got injured smoke weed through a bong. I don't think that's very healthy for dogs, but the dog seems okay with it.
I mean, it's not healthy to people, but you know, we do it.
Yeah, but I feel like it would kill a dog.
Possibly.
But it just
But
cuts
then
to...
again, a lot of things will kill a dog. Onions, chocolate, a gunshot wound to the head.
Yeah. None of those kill humans.
Being hit by Theon Greyjoy.
yes. In his probably worst moment. Other than killing those 2 people.
But I'm thinking... Knuckles, okay, come on.
Yeah, he
Knuckles.
says, that's deep, Tails. That's very considerate of Bro Surf.
Is it deep, though?
It's not deep, and what the fuck is Bro Surf? I assume he means Brosef.
Brosef, that has to be
Yeah,
it.
I've heard Brosef. I assume that's what he meant. Just misspelled it.
Yeah.
And then Doug gets sick and pukes all over the floor, leading to Spyro screaming, "What the fuck, man?" And the final frame of the page is great, with the crying Doug with puke going down his chin, just admitting, like, me and Skeeter didn't have sex, okay? It was just a hand job. It was only a hand job. Oh, it's so fucking good.
It's great.
Yeah.
But also, because I figured out that you can actually vomit from weed. There are a lot of people that have a reaction to green weed, like weed leaves.
Yeah.
As opposed to like hashish, which is like, just a brown, all of the fucking shit mushed together.
I thought hashish
So if you
was
smoke
that
too much
shit
of
that you got at like Arabian restaurants where you smoke it through the big pipe.
No, you're thinking about hookahs.
Oh yeah, hookah.
We've had this exact conversation before.
Probably in the previous recording.
Yes.
We never learn.
No, but this time it was you bringing it up.
Oh really?
Yeah, both times you brought up that hashish was hookahs, and then.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, smoking like brown weed doesn't induce the nausea at the same way that smoking green weed does. So Doug throwing up isn't outside the realm of possibilities, but not a lot of people do throw up from weed.
Especially good shit that Cheeto Man has brought, and it looked all green to me.
Yeah. Yep.
Or was the green the one you picked from?
Green is the one you picked from.
Okay, well then it makes sense.
Yeah, no, but it's like, it's almost like developing an allergy in a way, in that like you need to, first of all, you need to smoke it a lot.
Yeah.
And continuously, like every day for a long time before you start to get that nausea reaction. And considering that Doug clearly hasn't smoked in a while, it just means he's got a fucking shitty constitution.
Yes. Anyway, next page, we see Tails and Spyro's dog just start laughing, and we get an extreme close-up of Spyro just looking real pissed. And there's some great art too, especially on the furrowed brow. Looks really realistic. And he says, "He just puked all over my floor. That's not fucking badass."
I agree.
I agree. Which also made me
And
think
then he fucking
this entire time.
falls into the puke.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Doug then falls unconscious straight into his own puke. And but yeah, I made me realize this. The weed deal, I guess, was going on inside of Spyro's room.
I guess so.
Which is a back room to the Defenders' headquarters. I guess he just lives in the office.
I guess so.
Yeah. So yeah, then I guess Cheeto Man is either black or racist, because he drops the N-word.
Yeah, damn this nibba stupid.
Yes.
I said nibba, by the way.
I heard you.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I suppose cheetahs are African, but they're not black people, so I don't know if he would have the pass or not.
Just for a second, I thought you meant that Africans aren't black people, and I was gonna be like, I got some news for you.
Not all Africans are black people.
No, I know, and that reminds me of fucking Jim Jeffries. Are you a white South African really telling me you did nothing wrong?
True. Hey, come on, Rhodesia. Remember Rhodesia?
Yeah.
What country is Rhodesia now? It used to be called Rhodesia.
I don't fucking know.
Rhodesia is like the Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like, when only white people lived in Zimbabwe, it was called Rhodesia, and all like a lot of right-wingers nowadays, they're like, look at Rhodesia, it was a prosperous country until they allowed black people to come in there, and now it's Zimbabwe, and the name is not as cool, and now it's a shithole.
Are you kidding me? Zimbabwe is such a cool name.
I agree.
It's got a Z in it.
Name. Yes.
You can fucking win spelling bees with that shit. No, I mean...
Scrabble.
Scrabble, yeah, with that shit.
Yeah, you get a lot of points.
Like, Z's are the most useless letters, usually. Especially if you do Norwegian.
X is the most useless.
Oh, yeah, X.
You always get
what can you use?
You always gets the most points for X in Scrabble. But, like, Z is in... Y's, I think, also are pretty high place.
Yeah. Well, Y's are in a lot of words, though.
It's true. Maybe it's not Y. Maybe it's U. I forget.
Q's could also be...
It's like 3 letters that are always like, maybe C. I don't remember. I haven't played Scrabble in 18 years. But,
I've never played Scrabble.
Never?
No.
It's pretty fun. I like
I know what the game is, but I just like I've never had people to play with it.
You didn't even play like the Scrabble when it was like a big like for a year there was like a big it wasn't called Scrabble, it's called something else, but it was an iPhone app that like literally everybody played for some reason. Oh,
Word Feud or something like that.
Yes.
I played that. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh yeah, I guess that was Scrabble.
That was just 100% Scrabble.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah, I played it. Yeah. Never mind.
Yeah, Word Feud.
It was fun.
Remember the Word Feud phase that everybody went through for some reason?
Yeah. To be fair, Word Feud was fucking fun.
It's a fun game, yeah. It's a fun game.
Yeah. But anyway,
yeah, Cheeto Man suggests that they go to his pimped out crib and leave Doug behind in Spyro's room, I guess. He also tells Knuckles to call some bitches over. Hell yeah. And he also says, Spyro brah, worry about Doug tomorrow. Just take your mind off it for now, aight?
Yeah. Fucking base Cheeto Man.
Yeah, Spyro goes, alright, sure, let's go party. And Knuckles pulls out his Pantech phone. So I guess South Korea exists in the Tails Controlled world, or just the company Pantech.
Or, hear me out.
Yeah.
This is our world.
It isn't.
And
it's been confirmed by Laserbot that it is not our world.
Well, I want to know if they have antibiotics in this world.
Why?
Because STD.
Oh yeah.
The clap is just chlamydia, which you can treat with fucking antibiotics. So I need to know if they can actually treat chlamydia, or if, like, if they can, then the whole thing about STD-free bitches. Unless we're talking like AIDS and herpes.
Yeah, but you're jumping ahead. You're jumping ahead, Andre.
Okay.
I just want to say I can't wait for the phone reveal of all the characters. We know that Shadow has a BlackBerry, and oh no, it's a Samsung, wasn't it?
Oh.
And Knuckles evidently has a Pantech. So I wonder what phones all the other characters have, and what companies exist in this world. Knuckles says he has a lot of STD-free bitches. What you just said, that he can call, and they'll be over in an hour. Yeah. Tails is laughing with a fairly creepy looking expression, just saying, ha ha ha, how do you puke on weed, man? It's been theorized by many that this entire like Doug event where he like bites somebody's dog and then pukes on the floor and passes out is based on a real life story or real life guy that Laserbot knew, and I'm inclined to agree, because it seems very...
I most definitely.
Yeah, because it seems very specific and, like, pointed, and, like, who would come up with this? It's, like, sort of weird and realistic.
Well, I mean, you can say who would come up with this about Star Wars, too. Like,
well, sure.
Obviously someone can come up with it, but it's the way the interactions flow that makes it so realistic. Because, like, if you look at, from the air-biting incident...
Yes.
Knuckles is just like, oh shit, dog, you fucked up. Then he immediately drops it. He doesn't give a shit anymore.
Yeah.
Tails also drops it when he has his say, and the only people that are still focused on it are the two main characters, Doug and Spyro.
Yeah, and it's
Doug
a really
being
realistic...
indignant.
It's a really realistic, like, fight between these two people, where, you know, Spyro's clearly in the right, but Doug is, like, stupid, and he doesn't realize what he did was wrong.
Yeah.
And he's, like... trying to justify his things that he's saying, being like, fuck you, he bit me, that's why I threw him to the ground.
Yeah.
It's probably or I think it's based on a true story, and many people think so too, but it hasn't been confirmed either way, I don't think. But I hope it is a true story, because it sounds real funny.
I hope so too.
So we get a black frame saying outside Cheeto Man's room, full stop. And Cheeto Man opens the door as we see his sweet ass crib. He's got a...
he's got a fucking snooker table, I think.
Oh yeah, we discussed
a green couch.
Yeah, the differences between snooker and pool, because I didn't know there was a difference.
Yeah, which there is a difference.
Yeah, there is a difference. I thought they were just names for the same shit.
No, they're not.
Because they're basically the same shit, but slightly different rules. And yeah. He's got a nice couch. What?
Sweet, you installed the hot tub. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's fucking gimmick infringement. That's not Cheetos. That's the fucking Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah.
Cheeto. What's Chester Cheetah's catchphrase?
Dangerously cheesy.
Oh yeah.
It's not easy being cheesy.
It's not easy being cheesy.
Yeah, it's not easy being cheesy.
It's the fucking smoker voice of all smokes.
I remember the time when we recorded this was just the time when Meat Cannon released this fucking Cheetos video.
Yeah, we did talk a bit about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just want to talk about the couch. The couch looks really fucking strange from perspective-wise, although the pool/snooker table is very nicely depicted, and even has a hot tub. So, dope crib that Cheeto Man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Lives in, I guess it's just like a corridor away from Spyro's home, and also the Defender's hideout.
I guess so.
On to the final page of the chapter. So Cheeto Man even has a very nicely depicted white tiger rug. Especially the head of the tiger looks really good.
That has to be a trace.
It could be, yeah. Especially the head looks so good.
Yeah.
But maybe
it's not.
Maybe it's just good. Then Cheeto drops the T word, which he does not have the pass. He's a cheetah. He's not a tiger. He cannot drop Tigga like that.
Yeah. However, I'm a proud racist, so I'm gonna. Fuck the Tigger poses.
Yeah,
Help yourself to a beer in the fridge, dudes.
I love the word Tigga. It's like a thugified version of Tigger from Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
It's like white people say Tigger, but black people they say Tigga. So he also tells the gang they could just help themselves to a beer in the fridge. Just don't puke on the floor.
Those are good rules.
Is it a good idea to mix beer and weed?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's... I mean, you should smoke weed before you drink beer, because weed hits you faster.
Yeah.
Whereas beer takes a while to, get you to a level, so you can more accurately measure out your limit when you smoke before you drink.
I would just assume that if you smoke weed and you get nauseous, or you would get nauseous from drinking beer, because drinking beer already makes you, kind of nauseous, especially if you drink too much.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
It would just enhance the nauseousness.
Not necessarily, because it all depends on how well you can handle the weed.
Okay. Well, fair.
I have no, if you want to get a stronger high, you can drink a beer first, wait until it kicks in, and then smoke a joint, and it'll make you feel like you're getting even higher than normal. The only thing you shouldn't do is, smoke after drinking, because then you won't really be able to measure just how high you're going to get.
Alright. Well, thank you for the weed education, Andre.
You're welcome.
This is the weed arc, after all.
I take this shit seriously.
Clearly. So, Tails is just so blazed, he's just, laughing to himself, which Spyro describes as hardcore.
No, it's fucking lame. What a fucking loser. Here's the thing. There's nothing cool about being high, okay? If you think it's cool to be high, you're just a loser.
I agree. There's nothing cool about being high. I'm sure
there's a lot of fun about being high.
Yeah, I'm sure it could be fun, but it's not cool.
Yeah. No. I mean, it's not cool to drink either, but it is fun to drink.
Exactly.
But whatever. That's my real life opinion on this shit.
Yeah, man. This podcast is all about giving our real life opinions. Alright, so then we see Cheeto Man standing next to a table with a circular design on it and hold one of the chairs, which has cat ears on him. And he says, "Oh, that's just the start. Prepare to get wasted to the very core. Gather around. This is my most prized possession, yeah. This is the round table, even though it's square."
Even though,
yeah. That's the one spelling holdout that he still hasn't fixed. Then Tail goes, Why is a table too important? Cheeto Man says this is why, as he pushes a hidden button, and then we see planes of Cheeto energy start rising from the ground, surrounding them, so they are encased within this perfect Cheeto cube, assumedly for maximum hotboxing pleasure.
I mean, I hope that that is edible.
I mean, it's made from Cheeto energy, so I would think so.
Yeah, Cheeto Man.
Yeah, Cheeto
My
Man.
fucking hero.
Cheeto Man says, if you want out, then you have to eat your way out, motherfuckers.
Whoop, whoop.
He then pushes another button, which makes the circular compartment in the middle open up, and out comes a fancy-looking bong with multiple pipes coming out of it to smoke, like a hookah.
Hell yes.
Cheeto Man says, this is my beauty, and we are the Knights of the Round Table. May we begin?
Like, this reminds me of so many stoner scenes from movies where they have this, like,
Oh yeah, the
ceremony
big bong!
around getting... Yeah. And the fucking ceremony, so hat off for channeling that cringiness.
Yeah.
Like...
I love in all stoner movies where like, dude, I have this super bog that's gonna make you so high.
No, but the ceremony around it, how like it's almost
like,
a
gather
religious
around, dude.
experience. Yeah.
Even like that 70s show, it's
Wow.
like, get in the weed circle.
Yes.
Even though they couldn't show the weeds because it was on primetime TV. So they had to just like
That's
show
true.
the people right after they'd smoked. It's very silly.
That's true.
Cheeto Man starts lighting up the weed as Knuckles says, oh yeah,
Cheeto Man is a fucking...
light that shit up, bro, to end the chapter.
Yeah.
So it's a powerful
Cheeto
chapter.
Man is a fucking bro, okay?
He's kind of a fucking bro. And
He's awesome.
yeah, this is the weed arc right now. We're in it. Now the comic's just about smoking weed, just like the theme song said. It's gonna be for
Yep.
the next like 5 or 6 chapters. It's all about being at Cheeto Man's crib, fucking STD-free bitches, smoking weed. Hell yes. Bass.
Yeah.
Any final comment, Andre?
Only one.
Yes.
Andre's fat self-own. Woohoo!
We're hacks. We're frauds.
I know I am, but what are you?
We have no originality. Yeah.
Of course not. Of course there's no originality. It's Tailscat Podcast. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Livy here, and today we're saying goodbye to this good
Just gonna
podcast.
end with the
And also-
impression off. Hello, this is Nostalgia Critic, and today I'm reviewing Tales Gets Trolled. It's like a webcomic. I don't understand it.
Yeah, this fucking comic's just totally set me to the shadow row. It's so fun.
This comic is like if I put my nuts in a vice and then I then I shove them through to the shadow realm.
About to get groovy, Tales Gets Trolled. Smoke a dank doobie, Tales Gets Trolled. Hop in the jacuzzi, Tales Gets Trolled. Avoid them trolls.